Record already? Yeah, it's right. Just a second. Yeah, we good. Yeah.
Shalom Israel. Let us start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem
Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Mekach Wadash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. Shalom, select out there, doing the work of faith, live with love and true sincerity. I really Hebrew Israelites coming in week in and week out. Prophesying the downfall of America. Letting it be known, who the enemy is, who we are according to the scriptures. So,
Jeremiah chapter 44 verse 16. It says, as for the word that thou hast spoken unto us in the name of the Lord, we will not hearken unto thee, but we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth.
Right, and that's the majority, of the people out here. Those people that was coming up against Jeremiah saying, yo, what the Lord told you, like, we're not going to listen to it. We're going to go by whatever come out of our mouths. And that's the average mindset, of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans out of here. You know what I'm saying? Nobody feels as though nobody can tell them anything, even if it's something for your own good, man. They want to go against sound advice. It was once upon a time you actually cherished what somebody older than you actually said. You know what I'm saying? Because you may have not understood fully what they meant at that time, but you knew they had wisdom and experience over you, so you took what they said into consideration. Nowadays, you can't tell nobody nothing, man.
It says, but we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth, to burn incense unto the Queen of heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her. As we have done, we and our fathers, our kings and our princes, in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem, for then had we plenty of victuals, and wear well, and saw no evil.
Exactly. So just how people looked at it back then, they thought that they had to really rely on those false gods, those images, and doing those type of rituals, you know what I'm saying, for them to be successful. The same thing is today in the entertainment world, or just regular by itself. You got women out here proudly professing themselves to be witches, all on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and all type of shit. They had a little crystal ball up there, witch this, that. You see all type of numbers and candles and this, that, and third. People glad to profess wickedness out of their mouth and their doings, man. This is how they feel as though they're going to get their fortune in the things in which they desire. Why? Because they don't see no real hope in following the Lord. They don't see no real hope in waiting on something that is to come. Everybody wants it now, but it don't work like that, man. Anything, we know that in this world, what you got to work for, man, And it's the same thing with the truth. We got to put in work to receive the rewards in which we're looking for, man,
It says, verse 18, but since we left off to burn incense to the Queen of heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her, we have wanted all things, and have been consumed by the sword and by the famine. And when we burned incense to the Queen of heaven and poured out drink offerings unto her, did we make her cakes to worship her, and pour out drink offerings unto her without our men?
And that shows you what? Women being without men at the time, but they were willing to do whatever they saw things upon their own power because they didn't see the guidance there. So it's the same thing in today's time, because why? Women are pedestalized within the society, and men are considered at a low point. Because why? If a chick feels though you can't do this for me, you can't pay my bills, then what good are you? That's all men is good for to people within today's time. So if you can't hold that, if you don't got that for them, then it's like, whatever, I'm going to do what I want to do. It's the same thing, and Esau loves for things to be out of order, because that's what he does. He creates chaos to put things out of order, then he finds a solution to everything, man. You know, auto add KO, and Hegelian dialect and so on and so forth. He thrives off confusion, man. You know, Isaiah 29:15.
It says, without our men, verse 20, then Jeremiah said unto all the people, to the men and to the women, and to all the people which had given him that answer, saying, the incense that ye burn in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem, ye and your fathers, your kings and your princes, and the people of the land, did not the Lord remember them, and came it not into his mind, so that the Lord could no longer bear because of the evil of your doings, and because of the abominations which ye have committed. Therefore is your land a desolation and an astonishment and a curse without an inhabitant, as at this day.
Right, so the reason why we in this state is because of our spiritual adultery against the Lord. Ezekiel 16:32. So that's the reason why we're in this state. But yet Jake constantly looking for some type of answers. Hey, your answers is right here. Turn back into your Heavenly Father. Turn back into the power who set you up, man. Who meant you to be out great, but you turned out to be evil and wicked, man.
Isaiah chapter 29, verse 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us?
And that's everybody. Everybody within the society, they like to do things in darkness, man. They don't want nobody really into their business. They want to do this, they want to do that, because that's the way of the world. That's the way that Esau has painted everything. Hey, because he's the blueprint for it all, man. Because what, they conceal all the wickedness in which they've done. If it wasn't for the Lord in the scriptures, how would we be able to uncover all of his bullshit, man? But yet stuff is coming out every single day on this devil, man. And you look at Project Veritas, they fucking up the game for Esau, man. The whole shit with CNN and all that, man. They one dude, I forgot what his name was, but he's engaged to one chick, and he was making it was like a little video or something like that, and he was talking about how he wanted her young daughter or whatever, that's like a teenager, right? And then like 14, 15 or something like that. And then you got other people from CNN that are exposed, that was a part of like some type of inner ring and stuff too, man. So things are constantly coming out about these elites and how they get to these points, because they all doing witness behind closed doors. And the same thing for our people, man.
Yeah, it's another verse. It says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
Hey, but that's what the Lord wants you to do. Esteemed as the potter's clay. The Most High molded Esau to do these things. The Most High molds the wicked to do these things off for his benefit, man. The Lord is the master chess player at setting people up, man. That's how the Lord does things. You think you got one up on the Lord? Nah, you just his creation. How you going to get up one on him, man? He tricking you, man. He allowing you to fall in your wickedness, man.
It says, for shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? It is not yet a very little while.
Yeah, that was the point, yeah. So how you want to basically, in the face of the Lord, you doing all this wickedness and acting like the Lord don't got no understanding, or acting like nobody's not really watching you, man? Just how like a person is in jail, they got cameras and different things everywhere, or you go into some prestigious building like the federal building or something, there's cameras everywhere. It's the same thing with the Lord. The Lord's eyes is everywhere, so he's seeing everything, so you're not getting away with nothing, man. You know?
It backs it up right here. Ecclesiasticus of Sirach 23 and 19. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men and considering the most secret parts.
Exactly. So the thing about it is, you could be thinking you're in the comfort of your own home, just doing whatever. You might have spirits all around you, just eyeballs on you, just looking at you, doing whatever it is that you're doing, thinking you're getting away with something, man. But the Lord is calculating everything that you're doing, man.
It says he knew all things ever they were created, so also after they were perfected, he looked upon them all. This man shall be punished in the streets of the city, and where he suspected not, he shall be taken. When they least expected, they're going to be taken. Yeah, what was that, 16 and 32? This is Ezekiel 16 and 32. It says, but as a wife that committeth adultery, which taketh strangers instead of her husband, they give gifts to all whores, but thou givest thy gifts to all thy lovers, and hirest them that they may come unto thee on every side for thy whoredom. And the contrary is in thee from other women in thy whoredoms, whereas none followeth thee to commit whoredoms, and in that thou givest a reward, and no reward is given unto thee.
All right, so the Lord letting you know, like, you basically doing all of this and sacrificing, you know, to these idols, you know, people selling them souls out to Esau, so on and so forth. But what benefit is they not following you? How you willing to follow them, man? Jake's main problem is that what we want to be followers, man. You wanna follow after preachers and things that really don't matter at the end of the day, for the shine, the glamour, the glitz, some notoriety, whatever it may be, you know. But at the end of the day, it really means nothing, because nobody really wants to follow you, and nobody wants to be in your stead, but you want to follow after everybody else, man. So everybody else is looking at you like you're an idiot, man. You know, of course.
This is the Book of Lamentations, chapter 2, verse 15. It says, all that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem.
Right, so they making fun of you, man. You know, and you spending money in their stores constantly. You know, the wickedness that our people is constantly doing. They don't care. They just there to get rich, look at us, laugh, make jokes, have fun or whatever. Take your women from up underneath you. All of that, man. They want to do everything unto you, but they don't want to be in your position or to help you out of anything, man. But yet Jake is always the main one that wants to be there for somebody goddamn else, man. When it's division within our own people, man. You know?
It says, saying, is this the city of men, called the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? All thy enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash their teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly, this is the day that we look for. We have found, we have seen it.
And that's what everybody wanted to see. They wanted to see the greatest nation to ever live upon the face of the earth. They wanted to see them down and out, man. That's why it's always a constant power struggle, man. From kingdom upon kingdom upon kingdom. When you look at the timeline of things, every nation has had us under some form of slavery for X amount of years, man. You know, for X amount of years. But with Esau, now it's going on the longest, man. Out of all kingdoms and things like that, man. You know?
Yeah, I got a quick reset. This is Daniel's. Yeah, this is Daniel's. Yeah, Daniel's chapter. That's a lot here. What is it, 9 and 12?
Yeah, I think it's 9 and 12.
Right. This is Daniel's chapter 9, verse 12. I start at 11. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of Yahweh, because we have sinned against him, and he hath confirmed his words, which he spake against us, and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven have not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem.
Exactly. So when you look at all periods of history, now of course people are going to debate it and say, oh no, that's not true, that's the case. But that's because what? They don't understand the history of the scripture. People would rather look at everything else that Esau put, or the fucking weak ass Egyptians or whoever else, and say that's not been the worst thing. But people look at the so-called Jews and say, oh, what they went through was worse. We had hundreds of millions of our people being slain for hundreds of years, man. So how can one period of time, the so-called Holocaust, compare unto all of the captivity that we've been through, man? And the things that's actually been done unto us, man. So what Esau did unto them, hey, that's Edomite on Edomite crime, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's your own brothers, so-called brothers doing that to you, man. We have a different nation, man. You know?
It's a little more. It says, as it is written in the law of Moses, all this evil is come upon us. Yet made we not our prayer before Yahweh, our power, that we might turn our iniquities and understand our truth. Therefore have Yahweh watched upon the evil and brought it upon us. For Yahweh, our power, is righteous in all his works which he doeth. For we obey not his voice. And now, O Lord, our power, it says, that has brought thou people forth out of the land of Egypt with a great mighty hand, and has gotten thee renown, as at this day we have sinned, we have done wickedly.
Yeah, so the Lord looked upon the evil and he brought these things upon us, and he used what? The other nations, primarily Esau, as that main whipping stick to get us in line, man. So it's only now at this time, after hundreds of years, that Jake is starting to get their act together, so to speak. Not Jake overall, but those of us of the hope for elect. You know? Trying to wake up in the spirit and do what's right by the Lord, so that we can reap that reward in which we so long for. Because all of us want rest from this place, man. Jake want rest, but the rest that they want is luxury within the society. How you going to truly have luxury in a place that's constantly going down, man? Constantly going down. You know, new mandates and things is being placed out there, more restrictions, so on and so forth. It's going out everywhere, man. Chicago, I mean, now here in Jersey, people starting to mask up more, and this, that, and the third. Put the signs back up in there again. You got to have your mask on and all that. Things are getting right back to where it was.
Yeah, the mayor of Newark, he's following after New York, of course. You know, they all in one cahoots, and he mandated, I think starting tonight, or was it yesterday night, or maybe tonight, that you have to be vaccinated in order to go in certain facilities. Now, he didn't distinguish details of what the facilities was, but he did state parties. And one thing here in Newark, these ninjas and harlots, they love to party. You know, house parties, you know, little parties that be down in the downtown area. But other than that, going out to eat, things that you would think they're mandate, everybody here don't go out here. There's nothing here. Nobody wants to come to Newark to visit something unless it's a party. Everybody here go out to other places. So they're mandating it for that little facilities. It's a start for requirement, you know. It's a start for everything else to be mandated, like to the gym, being vaccinated, because now you got to wear a mask. So he's basically, you know, he's basically here, because my thing is Murphy, the one that's the what, governor of New Jersey, he didn't even speak that here. Yeah. But Ras Baraka doing that here in Newark, trying to get ahead of the curve to be down.
The only reason he hasn't done it yet is because he got ousted by Project Veritas,
right,
you know, because that was the plan. But that's coming anyway.
Yep. Hey, so things are getting rough. Things are getting tough. Okay? Life is getting realer. It's real, but it's getting more serious according to these times, man, of prophecy.
Yeah, brother was mentioning how Jake want rest when he was rested in this society. It's Hebrews 13 and 14. For here have we no continuing city, but we seek one to come. So this is not our rest. You know, you can't find solace. You can't find protection here. You know, because this devil is always going to keep moving the goalposts. You know, until ultimately you take that MOTB. You know, and we're seeing that in the news. That's the news heavy. Things that are going on in Sweden. Now, they're making everything digital. And they're going to push that here in the States.
And you said what? For here, we have no continuing city. You know what I'm saying? Because what's something that you're always looking for? You want something to be like how we supposed to be in this. We're supposed to be what? A steadfast, assured in the faith. What we constantly supposed to be doing work. So, we looking for that continuity. You know what I'm saying? For things to constantly move and flow smoothly as it properly should. You know, because you think you're starting to, say you working your way up at a job or a business, so that you think you're working your way along, you think you might be actually getting somewhere, and then something just boom, just mess up your whole plans. And that's the average Jake on a daily basis. So how can you really have continuity in a system that is not meant for you to have that continuity for you to prosper, man? Because it's not meant for us to prosper. If you know, with the spread of your house by Shemar Shah, we're here to suffer a punishment. So America is the great prison camp for the Israelites, according to Baruch, man. Baruch, the 4th chapter. You know, but everybody is constantly looking for some type of, there is no other way out besides you bowing down to the scriptures and recognizing who you are, man. Otherwise, you're going to constantly both at noon, you are the blind broken in darkness. You know?
Yeah, real quick, you talked about a constant flow. Brother made me think about the supply chain. The supply chain is not running with that constant flow to make people feel comfortable. So even what today is, this pagan ass holiday they call Christmas, these people are not really having the Christmas that they had 10 years ago, man. You know, a very jolly, happy time. Elder Menandezaki put a video out in an article how they basically shut down a lot of flights. So a lot of people not getting over here from down south or west, midwest, whatever, or north going, vice versa. They're not getting to their family to have a merry fucking stupid, you know.
And it's every airline too. Every airline is shutting down thousands of flights daily, man. You know, and now, you know, talking to this flight attendant chick, and she was telling me all about it and how it's kind of like pandemonium and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the flight attendants mad because they not getting their hours and different stuff like that. So it's just causing a big disruption within the whole industry of America. And then with these different restaurants is running out of napkins, running out of condiments, like fucking jelly, ketchup. Oh yeah, we don't have this right now. Or we don't have a large cup in this size. They go into, they can't even do, a lot of places can't even do the plastic straws, they're doing the paper straws. You know what I'm saying? To cut down on cost, because that's all they can really get and shit, man. You know, so on a large scale, America is being affected and is going to continuously be affected, man. You know?
Real quick, I put in Google supply chain issues. So here's a few articles, because the supply chain deals with all resources. So it says supply chain problems mean buying a car. You know, so people got problems buying cars. It says supply chain issues with holiday shopping. You know, I believe one guy, I seen a small short of a clip where one guy was talking about Black Friday wasn't Black Friday. You know, like basically the sales wasn't there, something like that. I'm not really too detailed, but I seen a small sum of it that he was going into it because the title caught my attention. I said, let me click on it, hold up. Like, I don't shop, I don't be into that spirit, so I didn't really realize Black Friday wasn't Black Friday, you know, like it used to be. People used to damn near lose their life on Black Friday for these deals. There's a couple of things, man. The restaurants, like you spoke about, you know, this is just a random supply chain issues, and you can run through it once you really, you know, start reading a few things, man. You know, so it's a lot of things going on. The shipment from the containers are not meeting their quotas correctly. Truck drivers not delivering, getting the food to deliver it the way it's supposed to. So that shows you that this place is falling down the drain, man. America is on its way out.
And don't let a lot of these chicks that want to call themselves like boss bitches and all this other stuff. A lot of these chicks, man, they got like hair, nail, eyelash businesses. Don't let that shit not be able to come over here. They fuck all that boss bitch shit gonna go out the window. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Then they ain't gonna have to sell a pom then. You know what I'm saying? When they run out of business, you ain't got your hair supplies and your weave and your makeup and all of that, man. Because that got to be $1 trillion industry. Because that's all you see on social media: chicks selling hair, eyelashes, makeup, and all of that stuff. I mean, look like a bunch of damn clowns out here, man. You know?
Yeah, real quick. I'll just read a few. It says supply chain problems, buying a car, supply chain issues on holiday shopping. In Colorado, New Year's wishes for no more supply chain woes might be put on hold. All right. Restaurant turns supply chain surges to survive high costs. shoppers scramble to find last-minute gifts. You know, which that was normal, but why? Because there's a lack of resources. There was video clips in, I think it was Colorado, if I'm not mistaken. I saw this a week ago, a couple days ago. How in Walmart, this woman was filming, and Walmart had no goods, and the lady that was captured in her camera while she was filming, panning it, she was like looking around because they had nothing. So you got stores that are hiding the fact on their aisles, putting up, you know, chairs and small little things to fill the aisle, just to make an illusion that they're not out of stock. You know.
Yeah, Colorado's a special case right now though, because a lot of truckers are striking Colorado because this particular truck driver, he had an equipment failure. He hit the brakes on the semi truck and it didn't stop, and he got into an accident, and it ended up killing somebody, and he ended up getting like 110 years. He got 110 years in jail for killing 4 people, and truckers think that's bullshit, which, you know, it sounds like it is. So they're no longer delivering to Colorado, but that's still happening everywhere too.
And that's how you know Esau, man, his laws, statutes and commandments ain't just. Because even in the Bible, you killed somebody by accident, they had cities where you would go to and hide out in case their family tried to come after you. So not all cases where death occurs, you get locked up. And real quick, scripture, 2 Peter 3:13 says, nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. And the righteousness ain't here, man. You know, this place is where dwelleth wickedness.
Hey, that's one of my favorite scriptures, because it's like when you think of that, like it only allows you to think of. Come on, man. It only allows you to think of a state of peace, a state of blissfulness. Like, I mean, we look forward to what, a new heavens and a new earth. That just sounds great. Even if somebody might not know what it is, just hearing the word new heavens and new earth. Like, you know what I mean? It just sounds plenty, it sounds joyous, it sounds like, well, what the fuck am I in right now? Let me get the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? I want to go where that party going. It's going to be lit over there. Let me head over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, every time when I think about that scripture, it just brings a momentary peace, part of rest within my mind, man. You know?
Yeah, they get excited when they get a new pair of shoes. Imagine a new heaven and a new earth. Yeah, 2 Ezra 9:4. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest.
Hey, so the end is manifesting itself. The end is manifesting itself through everything and how we can see it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, America didn't start off as a great nation. They had to rape, rob, and pillage to build it up. Well, through all of that, now it's got to come to an end. We're seeing every great civilization, or every so-called great civilization, have a fall. But in the minds of people, like, America can never fall. Well, the Lord is letting you know through everything that's going on now, everything that we can clearly see before us, yes, America is destined to fall. You know what I'm saying? It's like you know, you turn on the hourglass. We just awaiting the time for the little shit in the hourglass to fall all the way down, and this place is over with, man. You know, everything that's going on in the world. The only way you can't see it is if you're living in a fucking bubble. If you only think that your block, your little four corners of your neighborhood or your city is the only thing that matters, that's the only way you're not going to be able to see it. If you're looking at alternative news, if you're seeing what's really going on out here, you can tell it's a big shift in the earth, man. You know?
It says verse 6, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonders and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs.
And it said what? Plain beginnings. If you have plain beginnings, you're going to be able to see the ending plain, man. The Lord said, make it plain upon tables. How much more can we simplify it out there to you? Everything that's going on now with the jabs and all this is leading to the MOB. You know what I'm saying? You see, if you know what's going on in Australia and stuff, they setting it off with locking people up, throwing them in concentration camps, all type of stuff. Rumors of wars in other places. You know what I'm saying? Austria, Germany, all these places protesting, fighting against the government, so on and so forth. These are the beginning of sorrows, man. Everything is made plain out there to you, man. You know, the so-called president going back on all the things he said that he would do. Got people with student loans, they upset like a motherfucker. Charlemagne up there talking with Kamala Harris like about this politics shit, like anything is really going to change, and it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, all this shit is a game, man. You know, that's how Esau takes it as nothing but a game to him, because he has the power. He has all the technology to rule and to put things into his favor, how he wants things to go, man. You the only ones that don't know what's going on, that don't have no understanding, and really don't have no power. The only power we have is in Yahweh Bashmiah Shah, man.
Think about it. He has his own doomsday clock.
Yeah.
You know, set at like 11:58.
Yeah.
You know?
So that should tell you that he's shaking in the space boots, man, because he knows what's going on.
Yeah. It says, verse 7, verse 7, and everyone that shall be saved, and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed.
Right, so it said what? By your works and by your faith in how ye have believed. It didn't say that you being a billionaire is going to be able to save you. It didn't say that having all the technology or all the smarts in the world is going to save you. The knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, the works that you put in for the Lord, and the trust that we have in the Lord, which is the faith, that's what's going to make us saved in the end. By us being able to have the experience to know what's going on and to be able to face adversity at a time in which Esau really comes down upon this place, and be able to face it and breeze through it, man. The Lord saying, who will rise up for me against the evildoers? We standing here before you, loading up on YouTube, Odyssey, and all the other places where brothers is loading up at, and you can see it through the four corners of the globe, man. We letting it be known who is the standard, and that starts with great millstones, man. The apostle elders, man.
Verse 8, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders. For I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. Then shall they be in a pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment.
Right, and that's that small cluster of grapes who the Lord kept especially for himself, man, to make it unto that end. So it said, what? Then shall they be in pitiful case, who basically abuse and lose my ways, man. Because the Lord, we in a time of grace, man. You know, Moses came and brought the law, and then John 1:17 to tell you that Moses brought the law, and grace and truth came by Yahweh Shah, man. So now we're in that grace period to where people have to get right, or you're going to get left. There's no way out of it, man. Nothing else is going to save you except this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Bashmiah Shah, man.
Verse 10, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me.
And that's the main problem. They constantly coming up with some type of stimulus package or $1,400 a month, and Kamal told me something going to bring more money. All of the PPP loans that Jake is getting out here, abusing the system, which, hey, you can't blame Jake, because, hey, Esau been abusing him forever. So, hey, people just say, like, hey, I'm just going to get one back. But at the end of the day, none of it really matters, because that's still not going to save you. The space is still falling, man. You might have got away with $1 million or $2 million off of, you know what I mean, defrauding the government or whatever. But at the end of the day, America is a sinking ship. What you want to do if you're in the middle of the ocean of a sinking ship and you can't fucking swim? To be able to swim is to have faith, man, through the rivers of living water, and have that within our minds, man.
It says, receive benefits and have not known me. Verse 11, and they that have loathed my law while they yet had liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it.
Exactly. So the Lord is giving you the chance. You can buckle down, you can get this understanding, but you still don't want to hear what he got to say, man. Just as all the prophets before, we just went into Jeremiah, how they didn't want to listen to him. They did the same thing with a lot of the prophets, man. You know what I'm saying? And because they always knew that when the prophets came out, it was about doom and gloom unto them. It's like, why you raining on my parade? Why you telling me this? I don't want to hear this right now. I just want to live my life. YOLO, etc., etc. We talking about something much better than this place here, man. You know?
Isaiah 55:6, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Indicating that there's going to be a time when he's not near. Repentance is going to be shut. It says, let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our power, but he will abundantly pardon.
Exactly. So that's what we living for. So we've been sentenced to however many years, days, months here in Babylon as a prison. Hey, we looking for a presidential pardon from the Lord, man. You know, this how a criminal or somebody who might have not done nothing, they might get a pardon in their state from the governor or something because of whatever evidence. We looking for a pardon from the Lord. We looking for that grace from the Lord to get us through this prison sentence in which we in, man.
So back in 2nd Ezra 9 and 11, and they that have loathed my law while they yet had liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was opened unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain. And therefore, be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is created.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, the Lord is letting us know that what? It's however many billions of Jakes there is out here. Only worry about the ones that's like you. Don't worry about everybody because you can't save everybody. They got a saying in the world, you know what I'm saying, like it's lonely at the top. You can't bring everybody with, or everybody can't go. It's the same thing with the truth, man. Of course, those got family members, so on and so forth, and billions of Jake out here, but everybody is not going to make it, man. We lucky enough to have this understanding and for the Lord to put us in this position that we actually stand a chance in this race, man, because that's what it is. And we try to run the marathon in that form of continuity, how we mentioned a little earlier, man. You know?
Verse 14, then answered I and said, I have said before, and now do speak, and will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved. Like as a wave is greater than a drop.
Yeah, so the Lord is giving you the comparison of what it's going to be like on a ratio of to those who are going to die and to those who are going to make it. Compares like a wave or a drop. The Lord said, you know, as far as him and us, you know, and the other nations, he don't care for them. It's like a dust on a balance scale, you know, or a drop from a bucket of water, man. That's the ratio, and it's showing you that the Lord is really for us, man, and nobody else at the end of the day, you know.
That's why the scripture also says, "Follow not a multitude." You know, this place being wicked, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So the majority of the people, that big wave is going to represent the wicked. So if you see the majority of the people in the world going towards a certain ideology and having a certain knowledge, you know that knowledge is wicked, man. You know?
That's why the scriptures talk about the straight gate.
Yep. Say Matthew 7:13, enter ye at the straight gate. All right. For wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. So that big broad, you know, that big broad way where everybody's going at, you got all these lines, everybody's lining up to take the exam, I guess you want to call it, and they'll wrap around the block. You know, these people are the multitudes, man. You know, that's the straight gate, and these are people trying to save their life, and they're going to ultimately end up losing. You know, it says, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. You know, that's why you can't follow the multitudes, because the multitudes are headed right to their own destruction.
Hey, most of the people who are jacked up, You know what I'm saying? You can look at them for instance, man. You can clearly tell they don't have faith. There's something within them. Well, some people, they just for it, they don't really know. But then you have some people that were second guessing it. And then you got some people who actually believe, you know, in the Lord, whether it's in Christianity or some actual Israelites that believe in the Lord. Hey, and they fell for it. They gave in. So, not to say that, you know, they ultimately give in to the MOB, but that looks to be the case the way that they're headed. Especially if you went and got one, the second dose or the third dose, or you got the booster or whatever the case may be. If you're heading in that direction, more than likely your ass gonna sell out when it's all said and done, when it's that time to come, man.
Hey, you got Jake right now selling out, and it's not even brute force yet, man. They're tricking you in your own mind with this pressure and with the spirit of fear, which the Lord said He don't give us the spirit of fear. So you got people that are tapping out when it's not even brute force yet. So imagine when brute force comes. Now's the time to isolate yourself. Get away from all of them, everybody, man. Cut them off. It's time to, because what's going to happen is the ones that's, Salaki, Bob Kashad. Yeah, good. Yeah, okay. Let me get Bob. Matthew 20. Matthew 34 and 10. Yeah.
St. Matthew, hey, until we get that real quick. This what the mayor of Chicago said. To put it simply, if you have been living jab-free, your time is up. It's the mayor of Chicago. If you wish to live life as with the ease to do the things you love, you must be jabbed. This health order may pose an inconvenience on an unjabbed, and in fact, it is inconvenient by design. So she came out and just said it. It's by design, which we already know, those of us who's in the know, but this should raise some concern to those of you who just out there willy-nilly, just like, oh yeah, we gotta go with what the government says, and nah, wake the fuck up, man. Have some sense, do some due diligence, and look into your goings, man. Look into what the government is trying to push upon you, man.
St. Matthew chapter 10, verse 34, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
Hey, Yahushua said, think not that I've come to send peace on earth. He come not, but to send a sword, man. So, the Lord is manifesting His word right now. Because, you know, things are tightening back up. Esau's putting more pressure. He's tightening his grip, you know, around your neck. Pushing fear. So now, family members, friends, getting bugged the fuck out, man. Shit, hey, brothers gotta stay strong, man. You fuck around and get bugged out too. This is why it's important to stay constantly in prayer with the Lord, man, and being in the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. Because the Lord, read it again, huh?
St. Matthew 10 and 34, think not that I am come to send peace on earth.
The Lord ain't come to send peace on this place. Because this place is fucking wicked, man. Esau is the son of the wicked, man. 2/3 of the Lord's people, they're wicked. So the Lord ain't come to send peace. Go ahead.
It says, I came not to send peace, but a sword.
But a sword. Now, what does a sword do? What does a sword do? A sword cuts. When a sword cuts, it means it put things in difference. It put things in two. All right? You cut in pieces. Here you cut. Here you got one on this side, one on that side. So the Lord came to bring what? Division. Why? Because there's some that's the elect and there's some that's not. So go ahead, continue.
It says, for I am come to set a man at variance against his father.
See, that's the difference. Not that you don't dishonor. The Lord ain't saying dishonor your father. He's saying a variance, meaning there's a difference between you two. All right? You're not going to go in the way. If you're not going to go in the way of the world. Hey, it could be vice versa. The father could be in the truth, and his son could be in the world. Or his son could be in the truth, and his father in the world. He's going to set a difference between them two. Go ahead.
It says, and the daughter against her mother.
Vice, hey, same thing with the women. Go ahead.
And the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. It says, and a man's foes shall be they of his own household.
There it is right there, man. So the Lord telling you your enemies is going to be they of your own household. Your enemies is going to be your family, man. Okay? First and foremost, besides, the world that hates us anyway. Because we out here in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, standing stiffly for the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. But who knows you more is the people that know you as far as your family, man. So we're seeing it in 2020. We got parents talking about your own parents, man, who you was raised in the same house as them, telling you can't come unless you that shit crazy. You say you got the same parents that raised you. You got a house that I mean, it depends on how you live, how you was raised. But most, if you got your parents' house, you know the crib. That's your mom, dude's crib, your pop's crib. You know the ins and outs of the crib. You spent many nights, had your friends over, growing up, man. And they telling you can't come in because until you get what what the world is getting, man. So your own family members, man, are spooked. And you really looking at them like they tripping. But that's the division, man. And that's good. It may seem like, damn, man. Scripture say marvel not when they trespass against you. It's actually good because the Lord's trying to separate you, man. Shalom, huh? Yeah, I got you, brother. Got you. But it's good. It's good because the Lord is actually separating you, man. So take heed to that, man. Don't get all bent up out of shape, emotional, and shit like that. Listen, man. The Lord came to do what? Read 10. 34.
Say Matthew 10 and 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth.
Hey, I'm slacking. I'm stressing it, but this is very important. The Lord came to bring division, man. He's separating the wicked from the righteous, man. Go ahead.
It says, I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household.
Keep going.
It says, he that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me.
So Yahweh Shai is setting the stone. He's setting the standard, man. It's happening now, man. You can see it, man. Look, the brute force ain't here yet, man. These people are losing their minds. Alright? When it's not even brute force, there's no gun pointing at your head. You can still think with your own mind. But they're losing their mind. They don't have any faith. That's why oh man, yo. The Lord, hey, somebody get Ephesians 2 and 8. I'm the shot. Not to be long, not to be but man, yo. Man, I've been dealing with this all week.
Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8. For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of Yahweh.
See? Through grace, we're saved through faith, man. Okay? And it's not of ourselves, it is of Yahweh. You see? So the difference between us and them is that we have faith, they don't, man. They can't have faith because the Lord ain't give it to them. So they're not standing on nothing. They can talk a good game, they can act like they're gonna box it out. But here it is. You got Esau with seducing spirits as far as his media, and then you got family members that are actually, oh man. And you know what it is? Hey, the Lord, hey, it's gonna be separation regardless, because if a person has went out and followed after the mind control, right, and did what the mind control told him to do, and then here you are talking all against it, saying what it's gonna do to them, they're automatically gonna make you the enemy because they already guilty. There's nothing they can do to get it out of them. So therefore, they're gonna be your enemy. They're gonna hate on you. They're gonna not like you. They don't want to hear what you gotta say. Get out my house. You know? So read it again, huh? Got it?
Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8. It says, for by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of Yahweh.
It is the gift of Yahweh, man. Faith is key, man. So you see how our apostles, elders here at Great Millstone, man, you see how they've been teaching Man, we all been teaching under, because we fall into other man's labels, man. It's all about faith. It ain't about material things. It ain't all about having all the big old camps and money and, you know, you going to the freaking club on a Passover, man, carrying guns. That stuff ain't gonna save you fools, man. Go ahead, Al.
This is Romans chapter 8, verse 24. For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope.
Hey, hope that is, yeah, yo, that's the water, y'all. That's a good scripture.
I hope I'm gonna save you.
Yeah, yeah, we are saved by hope, man. These people have no hope. Okay, go ahead.
For what a man seeth, why does he yet hope for?
Yeah, Esau giving you. Go ahead, Al.
Fuck, hey, we gonna speak on it. Esau giving you jabs, man. Esau giving you jabs, and you people are hoping that you don't catch that pestilence, man. You know, it is with these martial law troopers. I got this Jake on the job. He talking about he buying a gun every pretty much the 31st of the month. He's buying a new gun. You know what I'm saying? Because of the climate and the energy that's out here. You know what I'm saying? He wants to protect his family, so to speak. Here it is. It's going to come a time to where they're going to start gun confiscating all of these weapons. You know what I'm saying? Here it is. If you register these firearms to the state or the county, whatever you got them, they coming for you first, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the objective is to disarm the people, so it makes that infantry that much easier. You know? But you got people relying on tangible things in order to deliver them because they lack faith, man. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. We relying on Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man.
Hey, listen, man, we gotta learn to trust the process. We the Lord had showed mercy unto us by calling us into this ministry, man. So as Apostle Paul said, we faint not. It's important. Faith is very important, man. If you lack faith, all right, you're supposed to pray, man. The scriptures say you receive not because you ask not, man. So pressure is coming from all ways, and you better know that your family is your freaking enemy, man. The same woman you laying next to will turn against you. The same parents who you care about turning against you because these people, they think they're doing a good thing. So like, for example, your parent, right? They can say, okay, you know, I don't want you hurt. I don't want to get you locked up. You know, they'll tell on you because they think they're doing the right thing. You know, he lives here, or, you know, giving information out on you because they don't want to see you hurt. But they don't understand 2nd Esdras 16. Somebody can get that real quick. 2nd Esdras 16, the last few verses, added derision. Right. You know, they don't understand that they're actually they're actually on the side of destroying you. You know?
Right. Playing into the hands of prophecy.
Yep.
Playing into the hands of prophecy. 2nd Ezra 16 and 68, it says, For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you.
And that's Esau. Esau is that great wrath that's kindled over you, looking to destroy you. All right? You want to name names, the UN, United Nations, man. The Economic Forum. All right? The agenda of the 4th Industrial Revolution, man. The House of Esau, the elite banking families, the international bankers, the Rothschilds. Go ahead.
And they shall take away certain of you and feed you being idle with things offered unto idols.
Yeah, because when you go ahead and do what the world do and worship that false god, all right, or go take that juice, you're worshiping an idol, man. You don't realize it, man, and you don't even. Go ahead.
And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot.
Because they think that they're prolonging their life. They think they're protected. But you're not, man. You're going to be had in derision, man. All right? Hey, brother was telling me with his research, man, you got like a year, maybe 2 years, 3 if you strong, man. You know? So that's it, man. You know, unless the Lord show mercy, man. You know, so go back to Matthew 10.
I got a quick precept for you too.
Go ahead,
The book of John, chapter 16, verse 2. They shall put you out of the synagogues. Yea, the time cometh that whosoever killeth you will think that he doeth the Most High service.
And they think by killing us is doing the Most High service, man. All right, but not realizing that you're actually against the Most High, man. Hey, we're a mouthpiece of the Lord, man. The scriptures say, who shall stand up for me against the evildoers? who's the damn evildoer, man? Esau, Edom, number one, the house of the wicked, all right? Then you got his minions. Then you got the 2/3 and your own family members, because they are part of the 2/3.
That's why too, like, you know, with Yahushua, he was pretty much like, you know, Father, forget them, they don't know what they're doing, like, because Yahushua had to understand, like, this is what they had to do. They had to come up against it. Right. That's why I said, like, oh, I mean, they fall into the hands of prophecy. So when you do it, hey, if that gets done to, especially me, hey, I thank you. Thank you, because you helping sell my salvation by getting me put to death. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's why you got to take heed to them signs, man. The Lord got family members bucking up. You know, y'all got a variance. It's time to separate. You know, separate, isolate yourself, get the fuck away from them. Like months go by, they don't know shit. Fuck y'all niggas. You know, I don't want to fuck y'all niggas, everybody, man. I ain't talking about brothers, you know, but still, man, fuck that, man.
So this is Matthew chapter 18. I'm gonna start at verse 6. Yeah. But whoso shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea. Woe unto the world because of offenses, for it must needs be that offenses come, but woe to that man by who the offense cometh. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of offenses are what causing one to stumble. So here it is, you're gonna have a lot of people in our family who call themselves in the truth, you know what I'm saying, causing us to causing offenses, causing us to stumble, giving us up to the government. You know, but these things have to happen because it's prophecy. The servant is not greater than the master. So if it happened to Yahushua, it's going to happen to us as well. You know what I'm saying? But woe unto that man who caused the offense, man. Yeah. Woe to that individual who gives us up.
Yeah, they're going to make this thing a crime, man. Eventually, it's going to be a crime. They making it, like this brother went out last week, it went from mandatory to becoming requirement.
Right.
The changing of words. There's power in words, man. All right? So if they stopping you from going here unless you have, which they doing around the world, then eventually when most people have it and you still not on board, it's a crime. Lock them up. Quarantine them, you know?
They're gonna be one to give rewards if you know somebody that's not jabbed up. Yeah. I mean, let us know. We'll give you $200 for any information you have on this person. Yeah. And when you look at it on a lower level just now, you already got parents and stuff going against their children on wickedness, like when you watch the movie Blow, and that's based upon a true story. I mean, when George was running from the police, he went up in his house and shit, and he, you know, was getting away from the police or whatever. His mom called the feds on him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I was just talking to a dude on the job, you know what I mean, last week, and he was telling me about a situation where his son did something to protect his mom. He did something to protect his mother, and the mother still called the cops on him. Wow. And now the boy facing life, and he did something to protect you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So how much more us in the spirit, man? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Ultimately, that's going to be the extreme, but we're leading up to that. Versus the crime, you arrest them, then it's put them to death.
That's the spirit, because you should be able to see it. If you don't see it, the Lord ain't dealing with you, man. You got to see it, man. This is a wind-up. It's like you winding the wheel until it starts, you know, what's the jack in the box until it goes boom, you know? You can see it. Hey, real quick, you got it. Go ahead, bring it. Go ahead. Go ahead, bring it out.
This came in December 21st, 2021, Arts and News. It says, city hiring people hunters to pursue and find Jazz. City in Austria, I'll read the first part. The city in Austria is looking for employees who will be tasked with enforcing fines against those willing to get the...
Right, because also out there in Austria and Australia, the woman tried to correct me on a comment board saying that's Austria. All right, I got you. Austria and Australia, all right, is both of those places, they went and quarantined people, man, you know, because of this shit. They came to their house and took them out the house, man. And there's videos on this shit, man. You know, and the media is not covering it, you know?
Hey, remember what happened, I forgot what state it was, when the woman she didn't get jabbed and the judge took a baby away from her. Remember that happened like a few months ago?
Yeah, I remember
I forgot what state it was in, but that just shows you. You know what
Hey,
I'm saying?
you got cases where this one woman, a Spanish woman, a 3-year-old, first dose, out of there, man. She on the news crying her eyes out, man, just on the first one, you know.
And that's spiritual, because I remember a couple months back, we actually went into that. We said that the stupidity of these people, the gullibleness that they have, is actually going to be weaponized. So the fact that you could already get them to take these foreign substances, that same mentality, now you could use it. Like now they're hiring. You see, they crush the economy that everybody need a job. So of course that these simps are already going to jump on that, and they feel just like the scripture came out. They feel that they're doing the righteous thing.
Right.
You know?
Brothers have precepts.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Just going back to when you said that they don't even see it, you ain't dealing with them. Well, they do see it. This is Ezekiel Chapter 7, verse 25. Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. Mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet, but the law shall perish from the priest, and counsel from the ancients. The king shall mourn, and prince shall be clothed with desolation. The hands of the people of the land shall be troubled. I will do unto them after their way, and according to their deserts will I judge them. And they shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. So yeah, like we said, they don't even see it, man. Here it is. Here it is. We read it before how they made that thing to be the new Jesus Christ, man.
Right.
This new religion that they want to give you. If you don't believe these things that we're telling you, and it's gonna be too late. You don't have the vision, but when shit come to pass, when things come to pass and shit gets real, you're gonna want to seek a man of the Lord. Be like, well, can you tell me now what's going on? It's gonna be too late.
Right.
But it's gonna start by wow, how? There's gonna be a famine of the word coming out. It's gonna be too late for you people, man.
Hey, Yahushua warned us. That's
Precept. Yeah, Romans 1:17. For therein is the righteousness of the Most High, revealed from faith to faith. As it is written, the just shall live by faith.
Hey, the just gonna live by faith, man. That's what it's telling you. It's all about faith, man. It's all about faith.
Hey, and you got these Christians that think they got faith now. That's only because they back, you know what I'm saying, ain't against the wall just yet. I mean, it's still required. It's not necessarily mandated. It's not to the point to where, all right, your job is on the line. Either you take this or you're fired. It didn't really get to that point. Some places it may have, but in certain other areas, it hasn't really got to that point. It hasn't got to the point to where, oh, you can't enter this grocery store unless you have this jab. We didn't really get to the point to where your back is against the wall, so you got a lot of these holy roller Christians, you know what I'm saying, who don't call themselves getting that jab, but once that boa constrictor tighten up a little bit, you know what I'm saying, and it reaches to the point of your neck, these people gonna fold, essentially because they don't have the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Isaiah 33:6 tells us, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that time, and the fear of the Lord is his treasure. They ain't got it, man. They still calling on Jesus. They still celebrating Christmas, man. You know? They still, and here it is, they know it's pagan. You know? They fighting themselves throughout the whole month. Damn, I don't know if I want to put up this tree. I don't know if I want to do decorations. It is a week before the kids start getting in the air, or they just so used to tradition, they go up and hang up the tree and do the decorations any goddamn way. Knowing it's pagan. But what, anything for the kid. That's why the Lord says, look, if you don't hate your father, your mother, your brother, your sister, your children, if you don't hate, if you put any of them before him, you are not worthy to be his disciple.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's well said by Yahushua. That's Yahushua. And he means that.
Son of man.
Because he is not from this world, man.
And we ain't either.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I got turned up, man. Because I can't stand a hypocrite, man. And all of these bastards out here call themselves believing in the Bible, they hypocrites, man.
You did the lesson, Happy Saturnalians Day. You pagans.
Goddamn, yeah, man. It's like, what the fuck? Fuck them kids, man. The Lord gonna kill them kids, man.
that's why the scripture specifies the just will live by faith. So really, these people that don't have the faith is because they're truly unjust. You know, and that's why the Most High has a beef with them, that He has blinded them. Like the scriptures say, if our gospel be hid, it is hidden to them that are lost. And you know, and if the Most High, being the just power that He is, made you to be lost, it is for a good reason.
And Brother Charles put a beautiful point just about knowledge and wisdom being a stability of times, because just as the people being regular Christians, what are they really standing on when the preacher never paved the way of understanding for them to know what's to come? So they haven't built those calluses up in their mind to be able to withstand the things that is to come. That's what the beautiful thing about this truth. We learn constantly about the hardships. The Lord constantly dealing that to us. It's going to be harder. Suffer to enter the kingdom. You know what I mean? Many stripes and all of that. You know what I'm saying? That's constantly getting beat into us to build up those mental calluses so that we can withstand all of that. And we have the word ultimately to get through when torture chambers or whatever come through. What scripture should be ringing out through your mind for you to be able to hold up the faith, man. You know?
And you know, I hate the Lord. That stuff going on. But the back of brother, this Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 1. And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against the prophets of Israel that prophesy, and say thou unto them that prophesy out of their own hearts, hear ye the word of the Lord. In our case today, it's these pastors, preachers, and the government churches, Christianity. All right, these guys that are filthy rich, you know. What's one of them? What's the big dude?
T.D. Jakes.
T.D. Jakes, you know. T.D. Banks. Cutthroat Dollar.
Joel Osteen, they just found all that money hidden in the toilet, on the wall and shit, under the toilet.
See, they're money hungry, man. All right. It says, "Thus saith the Lord." It says, "Thus saith Yahweh, woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own spirit and have seen nothing." And they always quick to, "I've seen a day." Let me tell you, you know, going to these stories and shit to wind the people up, right? It says, "O Israel," and this goes also to the false prophets that know that they Israelites, the men that got the head of these camps out here, okay, that's teaching Israel but teaching false doctrine. Okay, it says, "O Israel, thou prophets are like foxes in the desert. Ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of the Lord."
And that's the point, man. You know, because in the world, like I'm seeing now, with a bunch of people, you know, because every Jake want to take things into their own hands, so they say, "Oh yeah, we got to do this ourselves. We can't wait on hopeism." So this has become a new thing now, hopeism. Ism is a practice, a philosophy, or a system. Our system is hope. Our system is faith. This is what we built off of, man. This is how we know that we truly have something to look forward to. If you're just willy-nilly doing your own thing, what are you really looking forward to? There's no guaranteed promise at the end of that road, man. The Lord gave us a promise at the end of the road in which we're traveling now, man. It's a sure thing with the Lord, man. The scripture say what no prophecy is given us of private interpretation, man.
The Lord is bound by His word. Yeah. He's not a man that lies. And the Lord is not lying. Listen, I don't want to talk about myself, but man, you gotta, the scriptures are playing out. If you don't believe by now, something wrong with you. The Lord is literally manifesting His word right now. Prophecies are going out every day, man. All right, His word is, His judgment is going out every day. And you can see how everything is winding up in the way that He said it would, man. All right. Just to back the brother, this is Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So faith is the substance of things hoped for, all right? Which is the kingdom, which Yahweh Shah promised us, man. It says the evidence of things not seen. So because the evidence, that goes into prophecies, all right? That goes into the records, things that happened before, all right? So these prophecies is making it more evident, all right, that look, the word of the Lord is true. Let me read it again. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, man. So through our faith we have evidence, man, because we believe, man. And not everybody can understand that. If you can't get it, too bad. If you can't get that, it's too what? Huh? What you say? What? That don't even make sense. Contradiction. Whatever. You can't get it, man. That's your fault. whatever how you want to, you know what I'm saying? Because you got ninjas come on a comic board, you know what I'm talking about? That ain't enough to convince me. Hey, who's trying to convince you? No, who's trying to convince you, man? It ain't our job to convince you. It's our job to put this word out there to those of the hopeful elect, because this word to the hopeful elect, it resonates with them. It's something about this word that's in the back of their conscience, which the spirit, the angels say, walk ye in it, but it resonates with them because, you know why? Because they knew it before. Something resonates with you, it's like you know it before. When you see somebody, you're like, yo, we click, yo. It's like I know you, yo, because y'all probably known each other before. You just click, man.
It's like kind of like how we was talking, I think like last week or week before last, Sharp, when we was talking about boxing or whatever. We were saying like that intuition, or like sometimes you gotta have that reflex, that gift, they gotta be in you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's how it is with this truth. You know what I'm saying? Like how you said, and when it resonates with us. You know what I'm saying? Like I always gotta bring it back to the whole story. Just sitting watching, you know, brothers on the tube, and instantly I said, God damn, I knew it was a truth. Like it just resonates automatically when you sit on brick, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just know that this is what it is, and I'm all for it, man. You know?
Hey, when Yahweh Shai was selecting the disciples, it speaks upon how they straightway followed the Lord, man. When you look at that word straightway, it said immediately, man. Ain't no procrastination with the elect. But real quick, let me get Luke 24 and 44. And he said unto them, these are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled which were written in the law of Moses and in the prophets and in the Psalms concerning me. Then opened he their understanding that they might understand the scriptures. That's the Yahweh Shai. So Yahweh Shai has to unlock those doors within your mind for you to receive the scriptures. If you ain't one of his, he's gonna make sure you stay blinded, man.
Quick precept. Romans 1:18. For the wrath of the Most High is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who hold the truth in unrighteousness. Well, the brother just said, you know, these prophecies are speaking loudly every day, but it's only going to be revealed to the elect. Verse 19, because that which may be known of the Most High is manifest in them, for the Most High hath showed it unto them.
Yeah.
So it's literally the Most High that has to unlock that spirit for you to receive this word. Everybody has this Bible sitting in their house catching dust, but the only ones that are going to understand it is the elect, who the word resonates with.
And it's just like how the scriptures say, what the spirit of the prophets is subject unto the prophets. So automatically, when we come back in this current life, as we have, at a point in time, the Lord had our spiritual birth where I'm gonna unlock, you know what I'm saying? What I instilled in you, I'm gonna unlock this, man. And that's exactly what he did. He gave us the names Yahweh and Yahweh Shah, man. And like how the brother said, like concerning the prophecies, you could turn on alternative news and you could literally sit there and have a bag of popcorn and just watch the news and see what's going on, get into the scriptures, and you can see how it's all playing out. And then with all the different movies that's coming out, I was looking at the title of this movie that I wanted to watch the other day, it said 2047 innovation or something like that, and it's about like the metaverse and people going into that type of stuff. So it's like everything, you can see how Esau is playing it all out, and it's going toward that way, man. You know?
Yeah, real quick, brothers, get a chance, watch on the Netflix series. I ain't finished watching it. Hopefully I can continue, but it's a movie called Don't Look Up. Seen that yet? Don't Look Up.
Netflix?
Yeah, Netflix, yeah. And it has what's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, the main woman that played in Hunger Games. Okay. That chick is both of them. And when I first watched the trailer, I was like, man, they making mockery. You know, but end up clicking on it, watching it, and it's actually it's comical a little bit, but it's serious, but they throwing little hints in it. Whoever the director was knew the scriptures, you know? Like a common, I don't want to tell y'all, if you check it out, you can see all the stuff for yourself, but it's a good watch. It shows you, you know, that Esau knows these scriptures, and it also shows you, you know, how they have this sort of technology, man. You know, you gotta watch it, man. It's a good, from watching it so far, it's a good watch.
That new Matrix too. I'm not spoiling that, but yeah, going into that remembrance the brother just brought up.
Hey, real quick, I got this. Ezekiel Chapter 37:1. The hand of Yahweh was upon me, and carried me out of the spirit of Yahweh. Excuse me, and carried me out in the spirit of Yahweh, and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones. and caused me to pass by them round about. And behold, there was very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Yahweh, thou knowest. Again, he said unto me, Prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of Yahweh. And say unto Yahweh, thus saith Yahweh unto these bones, Behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you. And ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh. You know, so the Lord blew his breath upon the prophets, man, to wake up and stand on their feet to prophesy, man. You know, and that's just
when you look at like this truth is like an inside thing, right? It's like it's like an inside joke, but
right,
this is really a secret,
yeah,
man. You know what I mean? Like like in the VIP club, like this is really a secret.
Right.
Because we can talk to somebody all goddamn day long, but they can't fucking get the secret, man.
Yeah.
We tell them we be speaking 2 different languages, literally. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to these scriptures, man.
Hey,
You got the angels like,
hey, you're gonna realize, man, because sometimes, like I said, Salakia, I'm trying to talk about myself, but just this week was a very fitting week, you know, meditating and just seeing, I could just visualize how it's gonna play out because of what's being shown to me, you know, not through visions or dreams, by people's actions, and how I'm sitting going, oh, and then the scriptures in my mind, so I'm going, oh, I get it, I'm out of here, yeah, that's what I'm saying, you know, man, yo, you're gonna realize that your real family is the brotherhood, those who know the truth, and I mean those who are in the sincere spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, knowing 100% of the truth, because having 100% of the truth goes right along with the Rakak Kodash, Spirit, Holy Spirit, man, all right? You have that, hey, may the Lord bless you with the spiritual powers, man. But you're going to realize that. You're going to realize that because everybody else is going to turn on you, man. You know?
That's this is John 16:32. Behold, the hour cometh, yea, is now come that ye shall be scattered, every man to his own, and shall leave me alone. And yet I am not alone, because the Father is with me. These things have I spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world you shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer, I have overcome the world. It says, behold, the hour cometh, yet is now come, that ye shall be scattered, every man to his own, and shall leave me alone. And yet I am not alone, because the Father is with me. These things have I spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world.
Yeah, and that shows you why Yahweh Shai said, you know, be a soldier. You know, a soldier is what? Solidary. You know, be a soldier in Yahweh Shai. With Yahweh Shai is peace. But if you in the world, you're gonna have tribulations. Doesn't it make sense? Esau's ruling. These people think being in the world and going after what this devil tells them to do, they think it's over with. He lied to them. So there's always something for something. You know, you already gave up your flesh to this devil, and now they're telling you, well, go do a round 2. You know what? Go do a round 3. How about it's another one coming? How about a round 4? And then a round 5. You're gonna have tribulation, man. All right, because the devil was ruling the earth. He wants to put us into a goddamn box, man. He wants us to work in a virtual reality world while he reap the riches of the earth. See, this devil thinks that if he could, man, going into all of that, this damn YouTube shit, man. But anyway, this man has a plan to rule the world forever, man. He wants to steal Jacob's blessing, man. Okay? That's it.
Hey, man, because look, at the end of the day, that the scripture says you're going down to Egypt for help. Let me get that real quick. Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek ye Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? So here it is. You're going down to these pharmacies, you're going down to these different areas to where they supplying the jab, and you're taking it, and you put furthermore hope in it because everybody else is talking about they taking it. You know what I'm saying? You affirming the word in which they gave, talking about this jab is what's going to be your safe haven and prevent yourself from getting this pestilence, man. It's bullshit. How many times you got to watch that video of Bill Gates talking about we're going to use vaccination to depopulate the earth, man? You know? Bullshit, man. But guess what? You deserve it. You deserve what you get. You deserve what you get.
Hey, that went over everybody's head, man. With that, man, you can put that in front of somebody's face to this day, man, and they still ain't seeing it, man. You know, everybody's walking around like a human pink pusher, man.
They might feel comfortable with being in the in crowd, so to speak. Well, if these amount of people go over, I might as well join in too. That people always looking for some sort of comfort, but we know what in the truth we gotta learn how to live with being uncomfortable, man. Being in Babylon itself is an uncomfortable position. Then being on an Israelite is a added to that. Then being a prophet is still added unto that, man. You know, so it's 3 layers of discomfort here, man. You know.
Yo, this word of evil, man, you finished, man. Because, hey, and you still gotta have your head on swivel, man. Because even in the work site, man, yo, you try to assume somebody didn't take it, man, they took it, man. You know, you know, and you know, when I look at somebody like this Benjamite, you know, he got like a rebel spirit on him, you know, and you know, he knows this place ain't shit, you know. But at the end of the day, he took it, man. You know. Now, and what I would be asking, this conversation came out to where he mentioned it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm already assuming that he didn't take it, man. You know, but he took it.
And man, you got people's justification. Oh, I don't know what's in the aspirin, but I take it to cure my headaches. I don't know what was in the vaccinations when I was born, but I took it. Like, you got a lot of these people that don't know what's in McDonald's burger, but they still eating it. They using all of these justifications to appease themselves for taking a jab. Like, well, the joke's on you. At the end of the day, the joke is going to be on you. You can use the justification that you don't know what ingredients is in deodorant, but you use it every day anyway, or what's not, or you don't know what's in the bar of soap. Okay, continue to do what you do. Wallow in your wickedness. But the time is going to come to where you're going to start feeling them side effects. The Lord's going to take your ass out, man. And we ain't going to have no sympathy. I seen this goofy-ass Elamite on the job. You know, first and foremost, when the whole shit started, the whole pandemic started, he was so adamant on not taking the jab. Then, because his wife works in the healthcare system, beguiled him into taking the jab. Rocked him to sleep. You feel what I'm saying? Then he ends up getting sick and at the top of the whole pandemic. And then just he ends up getting a jab, and just recently the motherfucker came to work talking about he can't breathe. He wasn't looking like himself. He came in normal. 4 hours later, he can't breathe. He's not looking like himself. He had to go home. Chances are he got the Omarion touch virus. You know what I'm saying? So, and what I've come to realize is everyone who's already been touched or ain't got that jab are the same ones getting it all over again. There hasn't been a case to where an individual who didn't have it is now getting it. It's everybody who already got the jab that's getting sick all over again, man. Showing you that it's bullshit. I just showed the brother a message to where somebody on my job had got it, and he's like, the damn vaccination didn't work. He's out sick at home, man, like a dog, man. So these are the times we're living into where, and this is what happens when you trust your oppressor, man.
Hey, they talking about the NBA. NBA's supposed to be 98% jabbed up, but look, they go left and right. They're dropping like flies, man. They're going out. Why, man? Because why? It's because they actually ain't telling you what it is that they gave them, man. You know, this is actually the trigger that's getting everybody to this, you know.
Bring the trigger down.
Yeah.
For the record too, we're not giving medical misinformation.
I got something. I got something. This is second. Second Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14. Be not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion have light with darkness? So we have to be caught up with these guys, man, that are unbelievers, man. People that are folding and nothing happened yet, man. People are folding because they don't have faith, man. You know? And it says, and what concord have Hamashiach with Baal, or what part he have that believe with an infidel, man. We're not supposed to be with somebody that's an unbeliever, man. We're not supposed to be yoked up with them, man. You know, because why? Because if they don't have this word within them, man, they're gonna fall within the pressure, man. You know.
Oh, sure, 317. 317.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 17. Wherefore come out from among them and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you.
Exactly. So, you know, like you was just saying, you can't be, you know, yoked together with them, because at the end of the day, Yahushua gonna receive you, you know, by you being separate from them being holy. You know what I'm saying? Because we automatically separate from them.
Yeah, and another thing too, not being yoked with them, it helps you in your faith. You know, because when you yoke, you feel like you gotta care for a person, and there it is. That Lord ain't fucking with them. He might be dealing with you. All of a sudden, you going against the Lord, and He was helping you. A lot of times, you be beefing with your woman and shit. The woman gotta go, separate from you. The Lord be helping you to separate, so that now you don't hurt. Now He's pulling you out of the fire. But you be in your mind, and suffering. You know what I'm saying? But the suffering is needed. You know, we need to be built up in the spirit. You know. And strong in these times. That's why the Lord gave us the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding for the stability of our times, man. Keep us stable.
And that demon of doubt could jump on you by you being yoked together with an unbeliever. You know?
Yeah. Hey, these people. Hey, go ahead.
Hey, the Lord will always find it out for you, man. You know, you're saying, you know, especially if you're dealing with a woman, you know, and it ain't right for your spirit, man. Then the Lord's gonna find it out for you, man. You just gotta trust your intuition, man, and go with it, man.
Yeah, so this is Micah 7:5. Trust ye not in a friend, put ye not confidence in a guide. Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom. For the son dishonoreth the father, and the daughter riseth up against her mother.
Yeah, hey, that's a good point, brother. Glad your brother brought that out because listen, with your woman, when you're honest with your woman, that don't mean you're gonna get respect. Okay? Because you might think by being honest, telling her the full spectrum, you know, another dude lie, you know, will lie, you know. But guess what? You're not gonna get the respect that you think you deserve by telling her the truth. All you doing is spilling yourself over for her to capitalize and put her claws in your ass, to know your weaknesses and all that. So we gotta gird up our loins as a man, you know. So read it again now.
Yep. Micah 7:5. Trust ye not in a friend, put ye not confidence in a guide. Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom.
So don't be telling your woman any and everything, man. You know, because what happens is when that oil starts to get pressed, she'll turn around and throw it back in your face. You'll be looking at her like, oh, this bitch wicked. So you thought that the whole time because I said that, this bitch, you know? You want to put up some curses, man. Hey, women, hey, a lot of these women gonna be destroyed, man. Okay, because they're wicked, man.
Hey man, and look, man, that's why scriptures gave it to us on a silver platter, man. Like of what to expect and what to look out for when it comes to these bras. You know what I'm saying? Because as we're approaching, you may be in a situation where you got some ends, you know what I'm saying? Your household's still kind of in order. The thing, what's that saying? The goings get tough. Tough get going.
Oh, that's
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? The hell, right? The hell hasn't really hit home yet. It didn't hit your front door just yet. So you're still able to pay your bills. You're still able to pay your mortgage. You're still able to go to groceries and get something to eat. Your woman's happy, right? But remember Job, man. We are all representation of Job. When he was catching hell, you know what I'm saying? And he was at the point where it felt like when he was going to die. What did his woman say? Curse the Most High and die. You know what I'm saying? Curse, no faith. No integrity, man. You know, not every woman's an Esther out here. Not every woman's a Judith out here. I don't even think that exists at this moment.
No.
You know, the Lord got to raise up spiritual power and place it on the woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For that to occur within these last days.
For her to, as the scripture say, for her to stomach up as a man.
Yeah.
And Maccabees.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. You know, so expect your woman to go against you, man. In these last days, like just have it in your mind, like look, this guy he gonna betray me. Oh, this woman she gonna turn style when shit get tough. Just have it in your mind, so you're not disappointed.
All you gotta do is read the signs. You might be, say y'all arguing. Say, all right, this is a prime example. You're in an argument, heated argument, whatever. She's saying some slick shit back, you cursing her out, and then it gets, you know, whatever the case may be, she wants you out the house, it gets that bad. She called the police on her. There you go. And we're not even in brute force yet. So if she did that, what you think when a gun is pointed?
Exactly.
You know, or life is on the line. That right then and there, you should already know. Throw your feelings out the fucking window and stop being emotional. And say, you know what? I know what time it is. I already get it. You know.
And man, the first gun butt, it ain't gonna even take a gun butt. It's just gonna take a Roman centurion and his fucking army gear, and the bitch is gonna fold and give you up, man. At that point, look, if it comes, let it. If it goes, shit, open the door for him. You know, let that bitch go. Yeah, it's yours. Yeah. And look, at that point, hey, we looking for our women over there in the you know, South America, man. At that point, you know, hey man, shout out to the apostle for doing that video. 2/3 getting his video out there in Thailand. You know?
Oh yeah.
Man, because to be honest, it's all me. Not to get on this woman, but hey, it is what it is. Here it is. Here it is as an Israelite in America. We all know we got to deal with the world. We got to battle the world, whether it be on the job force, whether it be teaching this word, or just on our daily travels, and being pulled over driving while black or driving while Latino, whatever the case may be, driving while an Israelite, right? So we fight the world. But then again, here it is, you coming home, and then now you got to fight your woman. And then you got these women talking about, if a man can't handle me, then he got to go. So we're supposed to handle the world and come home and handle you with your emotions, your back talk, you know, your misfortunes, your disrespect. We got to handle that as well. You know what I'm saying? And the bitch that come to mind is Megan Thee Stallion. Handle me. Who's going to handle me?
Oh yeah.
Not me. Not me. You know what I'm saying? We'll get a woman that's going to bring forth some peace, man. I'll get an Elamite, an Asian, Filipino, you know what I'm saying? White woman. Hey, if you really want to push her off, go get an Edomite, man. Go get an Edomite chick that look good, man. That's gonna really piss them off, man. And then they get mad when we turn style on them. It's because of your behavior, man. Your behavior. You don't know how to act. You know, and you don't work out.
Hey, and you got a lot of women right now too, man, that are passive aggressive too, man. Everybody dealing with that, man. You gotta understand, man, we the prize, man. Right. Especially these last days, man. Okay? Because right now, we got a lot more to offer to the table than they do, man. They don't got nothing to offer to the table, man, for some box, man. And we can get box any out there with, man.
Hey,
you know?
Yeah, the other day, the lights was turned down on the block. And I tell you, boy, everybody, the hood don't fuck with each other. People in your community don't fuck with each other. But as soon as the lights was out, everybody became a community. Yo, what's some bullshit? Like, you see people you never talk to, neighbors who would just look at you sideways and go in the house. They what the cops do, they look at you a certain way. Profile you and shit. Yeah. And here it is. Hey, you hear anything? Nah. Fuck out my food. You don't ever say nothing to me. Trying to get some information out of me. You don't fuck with me. Fuck out of here, man. So just that little moment of that time, that hour the lights was out for, until they got cut back on, you should realize that what's going to happen when the lights get cut out all over America, man. When this place is up in a frenzy, man. You know, and you women, because you women, you're going to have, even in that day, they're going to, it's no choice. It's instincts. It's surviving. You're going to need a man. You're going to need a man. So like, I think one of y'all brothers just said that we're the prize. And that's true. All right? Because when it comes to surviving, the men are the prize again. Women only are comfortable because the men built this place. So therefore, there's a system running, and you can live comfortable during the system. Esau made it to where he gave you an illusion that you could be independent and don't need a man. That's all a straight lie. The Heavenly Father created you to be a wife, a servant unto your man, unto one man. But this devil, he tricked you just so he can get more resources out of you and have more power over you. You know, not only that, to have power over that man. So why is women uplifted over men? You at least know that. If you go, it's like not to be wrong with it. if you go watch the movie, what's the chick on the grease jar? She got a movie.
Madam C.J. Walker.
Madison, she got the grease old
I think that's her.
back in the day.
I think that's her.
Yeah, she's
shampoo.
yeah. There's a clip in that scene where she go meet one of the Rothschilds. And the Rothschild told him, "We know who you are. Do your thing. Do it. Do what you do." But he gave her little tips and all that. So they know, right, that if you do this, they can capitalize even more. That's why they gave her the green light to go do what she do. So these devils, when it comes to Israelites, the main weapon to an Israelite is the female. That destroys the whole family structure. So if the woman is against the man, all right, and she's willing to call the police on him, you know, just for an argument because he based his voice, you know, and she really want to get her way, so it's pride, you know. Therefore, hey, Esau got you. You're doing this on your own. I ain't tell you to do it. But I basically threw out there options that you had. You know? Women ain't supposed to have that many options. The reason why you women so fucking wicked is because you exposed. You ain't supposed to be on no goddamn social media. You ain't supposed to have casual conversation with different men. You at the job and shit, and you got a work boyfriend. You got a whole husband in the house. You at the job having lunch with a whole nother nigga. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Laughing at his corny ass jokes.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, y'all texting. Oh, then women say, I don't even know how I got here. What you mean? You open the door. Women don't like to close the doors even with their exes, man. You deal with a woman, she still got the door open. She might be like, I blocked him, but here it is, you still on social media with the nigga. Like, yo, women are wicked, man. And then when you call they shit out, go ahead.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I ain't lying. Go ahead.
The fat hoes out of pocket too. Deuteronomy 28 and 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil towards the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter.
So what the brother reading is the actual curses that were placed upon us for sinning and transgressing against the Heavenly Father laws, statutes, and commandments. So not only that we seeing it happen, play out, we're dealing with it, or we dealt with it. All right, every brother, you know, you had a woman, you dealt with it before you recognized the real. Okay, so when you get deep into it, it goes back to what? The curses, man. And it shows you that the Lord did this. Why did the Lord do it? Because we wasn't right. So what the Lord do? If we ain't right to him, why not make his woman ain't right? When the Lord gave the woman to a man to be a helper and an aid, you know?
Yeah, and the knowledge that Esau got on the left-hand side, he's been able to weaponize the scriptures. So one thing that the scriptures say is that the glory of a man is his woman. So when he now take the glory of a man and you weaponize it against him, you could actually destroy that whole household. And we see it right there with the example of Job's wife. Here she is married to one of the most righteous men on the planet, and when push comes to shove, she exposed herself. She didn't only just tell him to die, she told him curse the Most High and die. So this woman's not an enemy of you only, she's an enemy of the Heavenly Father. So she's nothing to follow, and that's why the scriptures say, remember Lot's wife. If Lot would have looked back like his woman, he would have also been destroyed. So a lot of you people, happy wife, happy life. Your wife is nothing to follow. She is not the guide. She's not who the Most High is dealing with.
Remember Jeff Bezos, when they was at that little get together, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Jeff Bezos is a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Leo, he got the status, he got the looks, but he's only 100-something millionaire. But his bitch was reckless eyeballing, you know what I'm saying, Leonardo DiCaprio. Like she wanted to do him right then and there, man.
Yeah, and then Jeff Bezos had to come back with like, hey, Leonardo, come follow me.
Yeah.
Like he's about to push him off a cliff. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So but that's how you know it gotta be in you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have the sauce, man. You know? Bezos got all of that money, but she's into Leonardo because of what? His aura, man. You know, the spirit that's in him, because essentially he's Jake. Right. He's Jake, you know. But that's these women. You know? And then she gonna do some bullshit, like the scripture says, she eateth and wipe her mouth saying she had done no wickedness. Like it's man, we all got experiences in the world where, hey, that's where my PTSD comes from. I mean, because hey, look, when you on the other side, You know what I'm saying? And you ain't know no better, and you did commit adultery, and the shit that these women tell, they main thing, while they with you, oh man, you'll never trust a woman again. You'll never trust a woman again.
Somebody get Micah 7.
While you got that, I got a quick precept.
Yeah.
Matthew 11 and 16, the words of Yahushua. But whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling unto their fellows, and saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented.
Hey, Salakia, because here it is, we mourning. And they haven't lamented. Why? Because they having a good time in Babylon, man. They don't feel our pain. Like the scriptures say, ye that are in trouble, rest with us, man. The only people who are in trouble, the only people who's tired of this shit is the elect, man. The potential elect. Look, I was through with the world. Right before I came into this faith, into a whole bunch of bullshit, drama, tired of everything that was going on. It's like, damn, what's the alternative? And then went seeking, found the truth, man. And then once, you know, building with brothers and everything like that, the veil was pulled back. You see the world for what it is, man, and not what you hope for it to be. You know? It's complete and utter wickedness out here, man. You know what I'm saying? So read that part again.
And saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented.
That's right, because you're vacationing, traveling, you're in the clubs, you're getting money, a whole lot of money off of scamming other folks. You know what I'm saying? So when we speak upon the downfall and destruction of Babylon the Great, also known as America, you ain't trying to hear that because you up. You know what I'm saying? You got pretty much everything at your beck and call. You could label with pretty much whatever woman you want to because you got some Federal Reserve notes. You ain't trying to hear this truth. You ain't trying to stand down here for hours on end teaching the word of the Bible. You know? So the time is going to come for you not lamenting while we was out here mourning. You know, you're going to be destroyed, man. And laugh now, cry later.
And the way that Esau's leading into this fork in the road is, it shows that the word is so true that you can't serve two masters. You're either going to serve the Most High, you're going to serve Mammon. And it's literally, the choice is coming down to Mammon or the Most High. The only way you're going to keep your Mammon is folding to this devil, or you're going to trust in the Lord. So what choice are you going to make? Most of the world is going to choose Mammon, whether consciously or unconsciously. Just the fact that they're taking that magic juice inside of them shows that they're more for their Mammon than they're for the faith of the Most High.
That's why the scriptures say in this comforting, ye that serve me, what's that? Matter of fact, somebody get it. Isaiah 66 and 15, is that? Or is that 65 and like 12? It might be 65 and like 12.
Yeah.
Lord said we're going to eat, man.
Oh, 65.
11. Start at 11. Start at 10.
All right. Isaiah 65 and 11. It says, but ye are they.
No, start at 10.
Oh, it's 10. That's right. Verse 10. And Sharon shall be a fold of flocks.
No, start at 11. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. It says, but ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop.
That's right. You're preparing the table for that troop. You're preparing these martial law troopers to tax your ass, man, because you've forsaken the Lord. Because coming into the Lord requires discipline. Coming to the Lord requires abstaining from your appetites. Coming to the Lord requires sacrifice, man. Like they say, elevation requires separation. So if you want to come up in the Lord, you got to separate from the world. A lot of people don't want to separate from the world. A lot of people don't want to separate from these wicked ass holidays, man, and traditions of men. They don't want to separate from it, man. You know, so all they doing is preparing the table for that truth. You know, go ahead.
It says, that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number.
That's right, a sacrifice, man. You know, 2/3, y'all about to get sacrificed, man. You know, go ahead.
Right along with Esau here in Babylon.
That's right.
It says, therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter.
You're going to bow down to the slaughter. You're going to beg for your life, man. You know what I'm saying? We bowing down to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua because we got the word in us. You going to bow down to the slaughter because you chose to forsake the Lord, man, and do what the hell you wanted to do. You had that do as thou wilt spirit, man. You know? You had that, you only live once spirit, man. Yeah, YOLO. You know? If it feels good, do it. So the Lord's going to number you to the sword, man. 66.6, 2/3 of the people. Go ahead.
says, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer.
And the Lord calling right now, the Lord's going to destroy everybody who drove past this camp, man. Who ain't of the elect, man. Because he's calling out. Church comes from the Greek ecclesia, which means to call out, man. He's calling out on the YouTube. He's calling out on Odyssey. He's calling out in various platforms, man. You know? And the people who refuse to hearken unto the word of the Lord, they gonna get their ass taxed, man. And we don't feel a way about it. We wish we could do the Lord's bidding. You know what I'm saying? We want to put hands on you niggas, man. We would love to at this point. Because we be fed up, man. We fed up. Go ahead.
Quick precept. Proverbs 1 and 23. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called, and ye refused, and I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded, but ye have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my reproof.
I mean, y'all some ungrateful bastards, man. Y'all don't utilize the Lord's prophets at all, man. Y'all don't even take heed to the word of the Lord because you all consumed in your bullshit and what the fuck you think you got going on, man. Y'all ungrateful as shit, man. That's why the Lord's gonna do away with y'all niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he had it, if it was up to us, man, fuck you, man. We don't even want you coming back in the kingdom. We hate for you to come through our loins, man. But the Lord is bound by his word that all the nations is gonna be saved. Well, guess what? You're gonna be shamed in the kingdom. You're gonna be full of shame in the kingdom. Because the opportunity was presented to you and you refused it. You rather worship this devil, man, and take his Kool-Aid juice, man.
Yeah, real quick precept. Just to add on, man, back. It's 2nd Esdras chapter 9, verse 7. And every one that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders.
Hey, look. For example, the Federal Reserve note is worth nothing because it's what? Not backed by anything. Once they stripped the gold standard from the Federal Reserve note, the American dollar became worthless. You have to be backed by something. The men of the Lord are backed by their works. The men of the Lord are backed by the faith that they have in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So when the goings get tough, you know what I'm saying, and all hell breaks loose in this society, we can't just rise to the occasion with just our temper. Nothing. Right.
Don't give it one side.
You know what I'm saying? Going back to the point, you can't just think that you're going to rise up to the occasion of Jacob's trouble and you're not backed by works nor faith, man. That's why 2/3 is going to fold like a lawn chair because they have no backing. They have no spiritual backing. We, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, have backing. You know? And that's what's going to get us through, man, our faith and our works.
And real quick to land back, an example of work sometimes is even such a thing as forsaking. Like, you know, it don't necessarily mean you got to go out and build an ark like Noah. Well, this time it's a spiritual ark, but something as light as just forsaking. But being, you know, when you, like, for example, family want to have this pagan gathering that you already know better because the Most High called you out of it. Forsake that shit just for brownie points right now because you are seeing the times. Clearly your family can't. You know, how the brother just read, turn at my reproof. Ever since this pandemic has started, this is the Most High already showing a reproof, trying to correct people even through the signs of the plagues coming upon the earth, and you people still aren't turning. So the Most High eventually is going to have no choice but to put you to death because here it is. You're seeing all the signs and you're still not turning to walk in it. You're still straddling the fence. You hear and you half woke, but in the other hand, you still can't even forsake shit of the world. So you're not proving yourself to the Most High. You are lacking in works.
I got a quick one backing up brothers who said. Revelation chapter 3, verse 19. As many as I love, I rebuke and chasten. Be zealous therefore and repent. 17 come. Verse 17, because thou sayest, I am rich and increase with goods and have need of nothing, and knowest not that thou art wretched and miserable.
You're stressed out, man. And you're miserable. And that's all because you don't have the word in you. We're going to apply it to today's time. That's because you don't have the word in you. You got the flesh is never satisfied. You got these 2/3 of the world constantly seeking the flesh, man. And that's why they feel like it's just never enough. And they got to keep consuming themselves in wickedness to feel satisfied, but it's only momentarily. Because now you looking for another avenue to seek, to fulfill that insecurity. You know what I'm saying? To fulfill that vein and emptiness, man. That void. That's all because you ain't got the word in you.
Yeah, it goes to depression. You know, you got folks out here that are actually they're crying out, but they stage it like they're happy. Right. You know, always gotta sing out loud and act like they laughing loud, but really they hurt. You know, they hurt, they sad, they alone, they miserable. You know, and that's all because they don't have Yahweh Shem Shot. They don't have this word in them. So every decision they make is always the wrong decision. You know, they make decisions off emotions, how you feel. You know, this woman would get with him and then thinking that, hey man, you got this, you got this woman, man. You got women, let me say you got women celebrating divorce, man. It is a woman get divorced from her husband and she go with her girlfriends to have a fucking party. That's sad. Most High hates that, man. All right? They think that these dumbass women think that their life is better without a man or having a divorce so that they could be free. This illusion of that you're free. There's one girl thing I know, or whatever. Here it is. You divorced from your dude, your baby daddy, so you can go out here and be free to do whatever you want. You ain't gotta have no God barking at you and go trying to get in your phone and curse you out for cheating on him or committing adultery on him. But then you go back and still lay down every so often with your baby daddy. That shit crazy, man. Yeah, it's confusing. Like the brother bringing out, these people are miserable, man. All right, the Lord has destroyed them. They depressed. So you got Joe Button.
Byron.
No, not Biden, but Button. Joe Button.
The
radio host, rapper from Jersey City. This dude talked about in one of his podcasts, whatever, about depression is real, all that stuff. Yeah, and it's real because why? You don't have Yahweh Bashem Shad, man. You don't understand how life actually works. You're blinded by material things. And the go along, get along spirit. This go along, get along spirit. I don't say nothing to offend you, but even when this person needs to be told the truth. Hey, right now you're dealing with that with family, man. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. If you say the truth, you cast out, man. So you gotta shucking job, you know, around them, or just stay the fuck away from them, you know.
That actually marks you as a wicked person, because that whole go along to get along, you don't want to say anything to ruffle feathers. You think that you're being neutral. You're actually being counted to be wicked, because the Heavenly Father, well, the Son of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shah, he said that if this was his will, his servants will fight. So you're taking the approach of you're not his servant, you're not fighting, you're not here to defend him. You're actually you're denying him. That's an example of denying the Son of the Most High, which he said that if you deny him, he's going to deny you to the Father. Right. He's the intermediate. So any time that you could actually stand up for what's right, and there's an opening, and the Spirit compels you, you should say something, because you're going to be judged on it. You could either be rewarded or condemned for it.
See, these cops, they want to promote, see something, say something, you know, for their benefit. But if we see something, they don't want us to say nothing. Right. You know, because it's to their detriment. You know, that's the hypocrisy of it all. And that's why the Lord said in Psalm 94:16.
I was on my way there.
Got it?
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, can I say this? Because the brother said something, man. Look, YouTube don't, you know, with the guidelines they have, they don't want you to express your experiences. Let's just say this, right? A person goes to work every day, and through his experience or her experience, they witness people that went and drunk juice, right? They went and drunk the juice, that they all been affected for somehow. Then the people that ain't juice, it's okay. What if that's somebody's experience? What if they woke up every day at the job, every person they know from working at the job, And they calculated this. They experienced it. Not that they went out and seek. They didn't go out and seek it wickedly. They didn't go out and seek it wickedly. But what they did was, when they went to work, when they got to work, they actually, this stuff presented itself before them. So now, if they want to be able to say it, what they experienced, they get flagged for that, because it's not supporting their agenda that this devil pushed. So they want to take away basically your experiences, man. They want to control the way you think, you know. So even when you go into the 4th Industrial Revolution, there's a part in there, there's a video on YouTube where basically this woman starts telling you how they want to be able to read your thoughts, you know? They want to be able to get inside the mind and read your thoughts and actually see what you're thinking about before you actually say it, you know? So this is how deep the rabbit hole goes, man, with this devil. The power of this possession of God's power, man, you know? So, brother has something?
Yeah, I was finishing this.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you had that Psalms, right?
Yeah. So the book of Psalms, chapter 94, verse 16. It says, "Who will rise up for me against the evildoers?"
That's right. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers, man? That question is rhetorical, man. The only people that got the testicular fortitude to rise up against the evildoers is the elect. The men who we put the Spirit on to do so, man. You know, these other guys ain't doing it. They can't do it because them so-called Jews write their checks. Another thing, Nick Cannon, you a bozo. The Lord going to destroy you. Because here it is, you was putting out all of this truth. You know that you're an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? And then you brought that devil, that Jewish rat onto your platform. Y'all was going back and forth and everything like that. They stripped you from your benefits momentarily. You had to do them sacrifices. And then not only that, on top of the sacrifices, they got you performing yourself as if you're a fake-ass rapper from Harlem, as if you're pumping crack. You know what I'm saying? As if you're pumping crack. So they got you doing going on prominent podcasts like Drink Champs, No Jumper, promoting this fake-ass album, promoting this fake-ass character. Furthermore, making our people look bad, man. So here it is, you promoting us being God's chosen people, being Israelites, to now being a fucking crackhead, you know what I'm saying, that's a rapper. Going on like a world tour. Sounding stupid as hell in your interviews, man. That's what you succumb to. And that's what happens when you sell out to the devil, man.
Hey, look, you just
Lost his kid, yeah.
Who's to say that's not a sacrifice? He had to give up something in order to get his credit back. It's Satan, man.
A whole life, yeah. And that definitely had to be a sacrifice because I believe the kid was like 3-4 months old. Right. You know, so they asked them for him to offer up that child.
And if not, the Lord punished his ass for going back. Either way. It says, or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? So yeah, the Lord's looking for somebody that's gonna stand up, man. Not just sit down and let shit slide. That's not a man enough.
Yeah, and the fact that the repercussions that could have, because right there, you saying something, you never know that seed that you could have planted in a potential elect, which we know through the Spirit that the elect are going to get it either way. But maybe that person could have told another person something. You maybe mentioned something about the MOTB, and that took root, and it's going to be counted onto you for righteousness. But the fact that you didn't, and you omitted it, and maybe who knows the trickle effect that it had and who it got destroyed, you got to pay for that. You're going to have blood on your hands, because Ezekiel 2nd and 3rd chapters say that you have to tell them. That you have to tell them that you have blood on your hands having this truth and not telling them, not warning them. Give them warning from me is what the Most High says. So you're here denying a job from the Most High.
Yeah. Hey, get that. Ezekiel 3:16. Yeah, that's a good point. You know, because YouTube trying to make you hold back your sword, but really, like I told the brother, I said, yeah, man, I'll get my channel clipped. But most important, it's not holding back your sword, just cut different. Just cut them different, you know? You ain't holding back the sword, we just got to cut you different.
You going to the jugular, we'll cut you on the calf.
Yeah, give him a little bit of slices and, you know, eventually he'll bleed out. Yeah.
You gotta tell them how to cut it land right. You gotta tell them how to cut it right.
You gotta plank it. You gotta plank it.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta just throw a little
stuff that
goes some of those ain't don't
real
the
right.
hate making shit.
It's Ezekiel 3:17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
Hey, a watchman. Hey, the prophets are a mouthpiece to the Most High. And the prophets are also watchmen. They are watchmen over Israel. The body. You know, the Lord's chosen people. So the Lord had to set up some watchmen, some guard, basically some messages for him. Because the Most High, is the Heavenly Father, is a king, man. Okay, he sits on the throne. This is why he has angels, man. Because he ain't got to do the work himself. He can he can have his angels do this work. You know? Hey, angel going to what? Messaging. So we're angels and messengers here. You know, he has messages of his people to actually be watchmen for his people, to represent his name. So go ahead.
Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me.
Hey, so tell the people the warning from the Heavenly Father through Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You see? So go ahead.
When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity. For his blood will I require at thine hand.
Yeah, so it's important that you speak the word of the Lord. Because the Lord, Lord say this man gonna die unless he repent. But you don't give him warning. He's still gonna die. What's that? Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. Shout. Go ahead.
In order to reject it, you have to hear it.
And again, remember that holy is sets you apart. You're being set apart, and the eyes of the Lord are upon this sinful kingdom. So that actually makes you stand out. The fact that you're in this filth that the Most High has his eyes upon, you're standing out with his righteous word. That gives you points. That gives you mercy.
Yeah, hey, what's important is that you focus on individually yourself. You want to focus on pleasing the Lord. You know, and your mind should be, hey, you know what, I want to please the Lord, because in the time of our tribulation, we're going to need the Lord to come to our rescue. We're going to need the Lord to save us out of our tribulation. So when the Lord sees that one of his servants that pleases him in some sort of distress, why would he hesitate? Get him up out of there, you know? Or matter of fact, leave him there for a second, but can't take his life. I'm going to get him up out of there. See, we need protection. We need a hedge. You know, the Lord is going to deliver his elect. All right, they're going to get delivered from Babylon. Another thing, too, that came up in my mind was you say we can't save ourselves. This is true. You know, no other brother can also save you. The apostles say from time to time how they can't save you and stuff like that. But we help each other through a crutch, and also we help brothers through the breath of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, which is the word. But when you look at being saved, right? Listen, when Yahweh Shai come, he's saving you. You're not saving yourself. You can't climb to the highest mountain to kind of bungee jump yourself on a chariot inside there. You can't sneak up in there and kind of hide in there and be like, shit, you good? You pull off, nigga, I'm good. Like, nah, it's actually the Lord saving you, isolating them and picking you out. When you look at, because what come to my mind is Elijah and Elisha. And what happened was, when you read that story, of course, Elijah told Elisha he received a double portion if he see me, because that's a hard thing. That's really up to the Most High. But Elisha got to see him because the Lord granted Elisha to have that double portion of Elijah. But what happened was it split them, made them separated. So therefore, the chariot had to come and focus out on you and say, you is being saved. Him is still here. And he looked up, rent his clothes, because it was marvelous. Imagine seeing a chariot taking your teacher, someone you love, honor, admire, you know, and learning under their footsteps get taken up from you. You're going to cry your eyes out, man. It's just like somebody's dying, you know, they're never coming back. You're going on a chariot getting out of here, you ain't coming back unless it's a kingdom in your new body, you know? So, hey, man, go ahead, huh?
Verse 19. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul.
See? So you warn them, right? But now you get the blood off your hands because you said what you had to say the truth. And then you walk away, you know? But this is the problem Jake had, especially these different camps. The go along, get along spirit, you know? Because they don't want to cause offense. The scriptures say offenses must come. And they don't want to cause division. The Lord said he don't come to bring peace, he come to bring a sword. Another thing which you don't realize by not telling the truth is that it actually, by telling them the truth, it may cut them and they be wounded, but it may also heal them. And then they're stronger. and they got that scab there, that tougher skin now. So now you gave them a better way in life and actually looking at their steps and how they go about things, decisions they make, how they treat people, what they should pay more attention to when they read the scriptures on how to please the Lord, you know? So it can help them in their family, man. But if not, you thinking I'm not gonna say nothing, that's him, it ain't me. That's him, it ain't me. Nah, he gonna die and the Lord gonna get your ass too, man. You know?
Yet, again, when a righteous man doth turn from his righteousness and commit iniquity, and I lay a stumbling block before him, he shall die, because thou hast not given him warning. He shall die in his sin, and his righteousness which he hath done shall not be remembered, but his blood will I require at thine hand.
Hey, you know it's important too, because you got moments in life, right, where you might have grown up, might not have got the proper, let's say you didn't get the proper, nah, not that. Yeah, understand you can say that, but what you call manners. You didn't get the proper manners from being home. You might, your living situation, how your moms, your pops, whoever you live with, whoever your guardian is, your siblings, how your household is ran, determines your mannerism, being a child growing up. So now when you go to school, you got children that act crazy. That don't, because they don't know no better, because at home they not getting home training. They're not home training. But then you got another student that know how to be chill, respectful. You don't got to curse out the teacher. You actually listen. And all right, you can actually, one thing in the world, you can have a situation where you learn. You can have a point where somebody tell you, you know, they get on you. You don't know why they're getting on you, but you're emotional because the way you were raised, because of how you are, how your friends are. So now you react a certain way. It's like, what? Man, get on my face. You just picking on me, this and that. And then that person pull you to the side, make everybody leave, because he's doing it in front of everybody. And then he make the person leave and he tell you why he did it. And that may help you. And now you realize something about yourself. Damn, man, I really can't take criticism. He's right. Start crying and shit, thinking about the shit. And then next thing you know, you and that person like this. Because it's like he was teaching you something. But then normally knuckleheads just can't get it. They got too much pride. But what happens in other situations, somebody that don't got pride, it actually helps them. So now they're growing up and now they're a better person. Now they can see and teach their son. So that's how the Lord is with us, man. You know, go through rough times, stuff like that. You don't know nothing, and you mad, you pissed off, tribulation, and then when the Lord feeds you the understanding, you go, yo. Just like when we, you know how when we were young, the comedians, when they was free to speak and be comedians, and even you go around your neighborhood, your brothers, older brothers, if you got some or whatever, old folks, they always said, shit, I'm glad my mom's whooped my ass, boy. Right. You know? And you a child, you like, whooped your ass, you don't know. But all of a sudden, you get older, and then you be like, you see some knucklehead doing some stupid shit, and you be like, I'm glad, I remember my father, he put me in my place. You know? Because why? It helps you not be that idiot, man. That's it.
I got something for you.
Yeah.
It's Hebrews 12:11. Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous.
See?
Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth forth, nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby.
And that's what the Lord do to the elect, because you a Gentile in this world, all right? You come in. You ain't born an Israelite. You're born an Israelite physically by blood, but as far as the mind, the spirit, knowing the truth. Now maybe now you got guys who are Israelites teaching their sons to having babies 5 years ago, you know, they may be coming into it, but still, we all was Gentiles, man. So read that again, Knox, so I can.
Yep. It says, the book of Hebrews chapter 12 verse 11, now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby.
So the Lord chastening the ones he loves. He's doing that so that you can be a better man, a better righteous man in the eyes of the Lord. A better way of pleasing the Lord, you know? So it's like these things are important, man. That's it.
Yeah, I read verse 10. Jump up one verse says, For they verily for a few days chasten us after their own pleasure, but he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness.
Woo. Hey man, you got certain men out here, you got certain men of the Lord out here who the Heavenly Father chastises, keeps in pocket, they examine themselves, become a better man of the Lord. You got other men out here who don't catch hell at all, who the Lord let do whatever they do, they continue with it, and then they're going to end up getting judged because they never corrected their ways because the Lord never chastised them. You know what I'm saying? So the chastening is important. You know, if you're not being chastised, if you're not going through things or going through tribulations or catching hell, you got to question yourself.
I got it. Just going back to what brother just read about being part of his holiness and chastising. Back in Revelations 3 in verse 19. As many as I love, I rebuke and chasten. Be zealous.
That's how the Lord show love. You know what I'm saying? That's how the Lord show love. The Lord ain't showing you love by giving you $1 million. Nah, He's showing you love by giving you a job promotion. The Lord gonna bust your ass. That's how He gonna show His love.
Hey, because the Lord looks for righteousness, man. We read in Daniel 9 and 12, where talked about how Israel suffered the most hell, you know, and it said how the Lord looked unto us for the evil. The Lord searches Jerusalem with candlesticks, man. And He searches out for the evil, but where is those that's actually righteous, that's doing things that are right, that is upright, that stands for righteousness, that's not willing to bend for no bullshit or justify bullshit, you know? Like, where's those? Those are the ones the Lord look for, man. You know? So we want to strive in that perfection in the eyes of the Lord, you know?
It says, I'm reading, it says, as I love, I rebuke and chasten. Be zealous, therefore, and repent. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and will sup with him, and he with me. To him that overcometh will I grant to sit with me in my throne, even as I overcame. And I am set down with my Father in his throne. He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit said unto the churches. So yeah, basically what the brother read earlier, how he's going to be taking part of that, the holy reward. We're going to be sitting with Yahweh Shai in his throne, you know what I'm saying? Or we're ruling the government of Jerusalem, being part of that 144,000, ruling the government and judging things, man. That's what we want. All we got to do is endure and come to chastening, you know, take it cheerfully, man. That's the whole point, because the Most High wants us to be prepared for what's coming. The hour temptations, things like that. But we go, right?
Yeah, no, I say that's important because the bigger picture is the kingdom. Because the kingdom lasts forever. This shit right here is temporary. So you'll be a fool to try to live for this world than for the world that's actually coming. Because this world is going out. Paul said the fashion of this world shall pass away. And we see it passing away fast, man. You know, everything that these devils are doing is all to bring this place into a destruction. That's what the Lord's doing. He got the Edomites being the instruments and vessels to do it. He made them the sons of the wicked. So what they're doing is that they're striving for a goal that they'll never reach, which is immortality. You know, through technology, becoming transhuman. You know, that's never going to work. The scriptures say men thought out many, what the scriptures say, many inventions. Sought out. Yeah, men sought out many inventions. But guess what? The Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men.
Yep.
It says he guided the steps. Right? Yeah. How can a man understand his own way? Yeah,
I got it. Proverbs 20:24. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way?
Yeah, how can he understand his own way? That goes for Esau too. Ain't just for us. All right? Hey, we're the Lord's chosen, the Lord's special people. So it applies to us first. The Lord gave this book for us, and now the whole world is reading our book. You got freaking Moabites acting like the Most High's for them. You got Edomites acting like the Most High's for them. When you clearly read the scriptures, you know that it's the God of Israel. And you know, you go into redeem. Somebody look up the word redeem in Google. And redeem, the Lord sent the Redeemer, all right, which is Yahushua, to redeem who? The Israelites. Why? He didn't send Yahushua for the whole world. Why do you think Yahushua made that statement? All right, I come not to send peace on earth, but a sword. To set a man at variance against father and son, and you know, and so on and so on. Because Yahweh Shai came to be a governor and savior to the Israelites, not to the other nations, man. Got that?
Got it. Redeemed off of the Google, which they use Oxford. Compensate for the faults or bad aspects of something. Gain or regain possession of something in exchange for payment.
See? Gain or regain possession of. The Most High pushed us away. That's why we became what? The lost house of Israel. The lost sheep. As Yahweh Shai said, the lost sheep. Because the Lord pushed them out. Why did he push them out? Because they were wicked, man. We were wicked. All right? But now the Lord is going to regain, he's going to redeem us back into that holy ordinance, man. Being better than the rest of the other nations, man, as we supposed to be. Esdras spoke about, he said to the Lord, this earth is made for us. But these heathens is now to be lords over us. That's ever reputed as nothing, roughly paraphrasing. You know?
So like that's how we became dry bones, because the Most High withdrew his oil from Israel. And the only ones that are getting that oil back, you know, to come back to life is the elect.
It's just like a pawn shop. You know what I'm saying? You sell something to the pawn shop, leave it there for a minute, but you intend on getting it back. You know what I'm saying? And you go back at whatever later date, you got the money and you buy your things back at a pawn shop. You know, the Lord sold us all temporarily. He planned on getting us back.
Hey, that's why it's fucking wicked for these women to be having divorce parties. It's wicked. You're supposed to practice reconciliation. How about you pray to the Most High, be shamed for you being shameless, right? Pray to the Most High to be back with your man instead of popping off on another ride. Now you're gonna have adultery. Now you're gonna have children out of adultery. And then you want the Lord to save you and your children? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How about you get back with the man that you're supposed to be with, man? You know, but you are here on another dude's ride, man, trying to create an Israelite life. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You're gonna get put to death, man.
And the fact that these women are so wicked that they'll have their homegirl that is, you know, she's fairly decent. She has her family and she has her husband, and you got all of these serpents, which is what they are, still fucking getting in her ear and telling her, you know, girl, you don't need them. You know, so not only are you wicked your damn self, but you're setting up stumbling blocks onto your fellow sister. But you gotta pay for that too.
Hey, the scriptures say be teachers of good things. You age women, because really what you're supposed to do, if a woman is stressing, she talking to you, a woman that's in her right mind, that's for the Lord, she's supposed to tell her, well, look, you know what? Y'all going through it right now, but we ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. Look, rub that shit off you. Go take a hot bath. You know, go meditate. Pray. Better pray too. Cover your head when you praying. You know what? Go cook something up. Get your mind off it and go rub his back or something like that. Go, you know what I'm saying? That's what a righteous woman's supposed to tell another woman to do. Not be teachers of evil things, man, but teachers of good things. Yeah, that's right. Oh, word, he hit you? Man, he ain't shit. Yeah, that nigga, you gotta get away from that. He might kill you one day. Like, you women are fucking foolish, man. But for you women, that's what you're supposed to do. Be teachers of good things. Love your children. Love your husband. That's being teachers of good things. And then too, if you call yourself a sister of this woman and you claim to be in the Lord, you ain't supposed to be agreeing with you wrong. You curse her ass out.
Lord.
Tell that bitch what? You wrong for that.
Yeah.
Of course he's a man. You curse her ass out. Whether she don't like it or not, and y'all not friends. Hey, guess what? What we spoke about earlier. Not going along to get along. Guess what? It mess around and help. It will help. Because now she's thinking, and then next thing she call you back, I was mad. I was just mad. I don't know why. I had a demon on me and shit. But me and my dude be good. You know? That's love. You know?
Got some. So 1 Corinthians 7:10. And unto the married I command, yet not I, but the Lord. Let not the wife depart from her husband, and if she depart, let her remain unmarried.
Right, because when you're a female, you're a woman, and you call yourself believing in the Lord, and you put away the old man, you become that new creature, you're held accountable especially when you done got you a man. You're held accountable now to the law. We're rehearsers of the law. You know, a brother can't just slip up and go commit adultery and just think it's cool and be like, yeah, you still got time to repent, I'm good. No, man. Listen, you in grave danger of being put to death. Who wants to be in that type of boat? Brothers mess up, you know, we scriptures say we all fall short of the glory of the Most High, but it's certain things that are not, it's certain laws that brothers may break, but it's not unto death. So therefore you can repent. But when you talk about adultery, oh my God, that's death. That's death. And if the Lord have mercy, hey, the Lord have mercy on you, man. But you ain't King David. You know?
It says, let her remain unmarried, or
because I say that, you know, and that's our king, King David, man. I say that because somebody in a wicked ass mindset would say, what about King David? You know, they're trying to justify. Everybody's always trying to justify shit. How about yay is yay, nay is nay? How about this is what you do, this is what you don't do? All right? How about that if you do this, it leads to that? It's a penalty behind it. You see? Because somebody, they always justifying shit, man. Oh, King David, you not King David, man. You not the prodigal son neither. So ain't no falling away. Ain't no slacking up, going back. Ain't no time off. You know, just all of that, because people justify shit. But go ahead, huh?
It says, let her remain unmarried or be reconciled to her husband, and let not the husband put away his wife.
How about you practice that righteous act? That's the way to please the Lord, man. You know, to please the Lord, do things that are righteous, man. Stomach up to your pride. Lose the pride. And do what's right. So may the Lord have mercy on you and your children down the line. We all gonna need mercy, man. Ain't no time. You niggas is crazy, boy. Lord gonna smoke you dudes, man. He gonna smoke you women too. This is not the time to be playing. This is not the time. You losing family members. You know, you losing children. You're gonna lose a lot, man. Okay? And you have to be strong in the Lord in your faith. And you're gonna need help from the Lord. So to play around with your life right now and your situations and your goings, if you're playing around, you are fucking crazy. You're gonna be destroyed. This is serious, man. You can't express it no more. If the Spirit of the Lord ain't on you, it ain't on you. And it might not be on you. It might not hop on you. You can't think it's gonna hop on you in that time. I had a dude in the world tell me, yeah, in that time I know what to give right. Man, get your baby, but you ain't right now. You think the Lord gonna hop on you and make you help you be righteous and save you at the last minute? Remember that? You know what I'm saying? Get the hell out of here, man. You know, but somebody finish what they had. Go back to what we had. Kind of bring to the Holy Spirit. Who was reading? It was a scripture before that.
He was reading. I was going to say, what makes it even worse too is when the man get back to the woman. Because once a woman leaves on that, she's a foul, right? You're not supposed to take her back.
Right.
And these men, you know, they be on that sad shit. They always take her back.
And you a dummy, man. Hey, listen. Sometimes in certain cases it might work, but that's very hard, bro. That's why the scriptures tell you read it, Jeremiah 3:1, Bible Shop. You know, and I say that it's a dummy move. Because in all reality, we men, we can have more, you know, we grow in this thing. Brothers we did stupid shit, you know, but we growing in this thing, and you realize the Lord made you a precious fine gold. So why go back? Why not just move on? You know, and then you got the alphas and beta males on YouTube. They not in the truth, and they telling you a simp, you know. Why you doing that? Because guess what? These women, like you said earlier, man. By telling your woman the truth, is not going to make you, she's not going to make her respect you. By telling her the truth, but think that. You may think, yo, I'm real, I could lie to you, but to be real with you, look, I was doing this and this and that. And you thinking, because we supposed to be honest with each other. So if you tell me that, I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? All right, I'm glad you kept it real. It's love right there. I can trust you, you know what I'm saying? But a woman, you can't do that with females. If you open your mouth and tell the truth, she's gonna be like, yeah, whatever, but she's holding in something. And then when the oil get pressed, all of a sudden she wah, and then you like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? This is what you thought, and you think, and now also with that too, now you overly hyped. and you super mad because you like, yo, I kept it real with you. You know what I'm saying? Because you kept it real with her. So you really feel emotional and mad because you was being honest and true. But they don't respect that shit, man. So that's why the scriptures tell us, man. Let not your left hand know what the right hand do. You know that? Matter of fact, get Micah 7 again.
Hey, can I say something real quick though? Because these women, man, you know, and that's why a lot of them don't get along with each other first and foremost, man. They don't get along because they know they're wicked, man. You know, that's why you say a lot of women, oh, I don't have a lot of female friends. It's because they know the depths of the wickedness that they have, man. And we're not talking about the sincere sisters, man, because the sincere sisters, what they do is, if you're not in the spirit, what you do is you get offended because you're talking about these women. You know what I'm saying? Because you want it's not a youth team. You know what I mean? Meaning that if you're not going in that spirit though, then that does not apply to you. You know what I'm saying? But you can't be to that women oath because we're talking about women and young women and you're gonna automatically take their side. That's not being in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? My thing is that if you know that that's wicked, you gotta shun away from that and you gotta be in agreement with what you're gonna say. Because we're speaking truth.
Hey, a woman commit adultery, she gone. That's it. Because what happens is she breaks the spiritual connection. She breaks the spiritual bond that she has with you. For one, when you with a chick, y'all click because y'all relate. Y'all communicate. It's easy. When you flowing in your speech, you ain't thinking about what you're trying to say, and then she feedback. So that's good communication. That's where really a relationship relies on your woman is the communication. How she, you know what I'm saying? Some women be hiding, this woman's truthful with you and always telling you that, you know, it's like, yo, fuck with you, you know what I'm saying? They may open up, say something so she dig it, you be like, yo, all right, we relate. You know what I'm saying? She matches you. But once they commit adultery, they break the spiritual connection. It would never be the same, man. So as we as being men, you gotta move on, man. That's the best humble advice that I can give, is to move on. Any other way behind that, hey, that's just, hey, you and the Lord, man. The Lord do things that's done that we can't comprehend, man, unless he tell us about it. But the wisest thing we can do is use the scriptures, you know, pray unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and move in righteousness, man. You know?
I got that, Michael.
Yeah, no. What you got? Yeah, read that.
Jeremiah 3:1. They say if a man put away his wife and she go from him and become another man's, shall he return unto her again? Shall not that land be greatly polluted?
Right. So it's there in the scriptures, man. Because it was well known among us, all right, that if your woman step out and commit adultery, she's polluted. That was well known. Your woman, she commit adultery, she done. That's it. Done. Finished. I don't give a fuck. You got an apartment together, you got children together, it's over. It's over. It's over. It's not gonna feel the same. You go, then you play. Now in your mind you thinking, you know,
Every step
what
of
is
the way.
you call that? You see your phone? Like you can't live like that, man. You can't have these women on your mind like that. Then you're gonna be falling away from this. The truth. This gotta be our woman. This is what we gotta be focused on. It's like you look at a chain, man. All right, you got the Lord at top, Yahushua, and then we holding on to Yahushua. The woman has to hold on to us. We ain't holding on to them. She holding on to my leg. I'm holding on to Yahushua. That's how it works. Not, oh, baby, you 50-50. I got my hand in, I got you in. Like, no, she holding on to my ankle, man. I ain't got my palm holding her. Right. You know, my prayers is with her because she with me, but she's supposed to be holding on to me while I'm holding on to the Lord. You know? Yeah, with two hands. Holding on one ankle. You better grab two, bitch. Y'all make a call in the election show.
And that's the wickedness of trying to run your household like you guys are both equals. And you know, your wife sometimes made decisions and she's, you know, because 9 out of 10 times these women are going to be following Satan. So if you ever follow her, that's going to be a stumbling block. Most likely she's going to lead you to destruction.
Hey, somebody should create a picture, man, where you got, you know, Yahushua holding his hand out for the brother. There's a picture on that. The brother got it, you know, I use the picture as an icon with Yahushua with the afro. He got his hand down, lifting up the brother. But then it should be in another attachment with a woman holding on to the thing. You know?
That's why this is all Isaiah 4:1, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
To take away their sin, to take away their wrong, their pride, to take away their wickedness that they had going on. They want to be called by your name. How they called by your name? Marriage. Marriage is what? Sex. Okay? That's how you bind together. Become one twine, one body in the act of sex, man. You know, she an Israelite, she become your wife, man. You know? So,
Quick precept. Ecclesiasticus 25 and 13. No, 12. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of his love, and faith is the beginning of cleaving unto him. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman.
yeah, because the woman is she's the number one enemy. She's, well, I don't know how you say it, but shit. Esau's number one enemy, but she in your household.
1 and 1A.
1 and 1A, yeah. 1 and 1A. She ain't 2. She like even. Esau overall is number 1, but then she's like right there, you know, because you live with her. You know?
Inside man.
Yeah, she's inside. Yeah.
Sleeping with the enemy.
Yeah. Read that again up.
Yeah. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman.
Yeah. Another scripture say, we all what's that? Yeah, the scripture, we all died through the woman.
Yeah, through the one we all died.
We all died.
And
Right.
many have gone out their wits for women.
For centuries.
See, so you don't want no plague of a woman because, man, we all was young. I know brothers are still young, but still, you know, you got your heart broke. The girl cheated on you in school. You sitting there moping, can't sleep. You know, you got your phone and shit. You debating on calling her, but you like, nah, your pride kicking in. That bitch cheating on me. Fuck that bitch. That's your first instinct. Like, fuck this bitch, man. Bitch ass, don't let bitch die. You know? But then an hour go by, you got your phone and shit, you be like, yeah, I should call her real quick. Just to curse her out. Just to curse her ass out. And ask her why she do it to me. Why you cheating on me?
Yeah, you don't want to shit.
You know?
There was a video that went viral.
Yeah, you said it.
Dude found this woman bouncing on another man's rod in a car.
Yeah.
And then the bitch talking about, I don't love you. He broke his heart, man.
He's sitting there trying to say, why you cheating on me? Like,
Right.
Damn.
and yeah, brothers get a chance because, like, how we talking on a woman and stuff. I ain't finished watching it, but the brother from the head brother from LA, channel GMS Rockefeller Foundation, who did the lesson. You're supposed to feel that way, chaff in their minds. He was talking about like a woman's situation and how we supposed to feel in our minds, like how David and his soldiers was feeling in their minds going through certain things. You know what I mean? Because the Lord want to extract certain things about of us so we can get a certain way. We can build up, like I was talking about earlier, like build them palaces. You know what I mean? To sustain things and shit. You know what I mean? That's a good lesson.
That's probably like how that woman was talking about how to find out real gold, they got to keep burning it at a certain temperature until you can see your reflection in it. That's how you know that it's real gold.
And that's how the Lord keep purifying you. Keep trying something. When you do that fire, man, you think it's over with. You thinking your heart about now shot, you made a way out of it. The time go on, you got a little average type of way, you know, life going cool, you got a little money coming in, you got everything smooth. And all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. Here it comes, doom, 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 doom. Everything at once again. Now you just fuck this shit.
Yeah.
Isaiah 48 and 9. For my name's sake will I defer mine anger, and for my praise will I refrain for thee, that I cut thee not off. Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. For my own sake, even for mine own sake will I do it. For how should my name be polluted? And I will not give my glory unto another.
Right. It is. And the Lord said, He won't give His glory to another. So no, the Lord is not going to choose you, Edom. No. You're not going to be blessed with Jacob's blessing. He's not going to give His glory to another. He's married to the Israelites. And that's why Yahushua came and He gave His body as a living sacrifice. He's that ultimate sacrificial lamb that was sacrificed. Because remember, the way of sacrificing is over with. Yahushua was that ultimate sacrifice, that well-pleasing sacrifice that the Most High will accept. So Yahushua did that, all right? And now That's why we have the kingdom, man, through Yahushua. And he's the savior. So no, Esau, Moab, because they think Moab think they the face of the world, new dynasty that's gonna rule the world for decades after decades, whatever. But guess what? Yahushua is coming. Because the Lord Yahweh said he will not give his glory to another. He's chosen Israel, he's stuck with Israel. And that's his choice. You know? He said it. The Lord bound by his word, man. The Lord's bound by his word. This is the word of the Most High. Right? Hey, so with that, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Ba'ashem.
Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Lord's elect. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. Should have said death.